let's refresh ourselves because it's been a while. First of all, right, I'm using window. I have about 7 window captures in OBS for this. It was quite hard to set up, but I did it in the end. So one of the window captures I've got up is, hopefully I can remember this, a blog. Yeah, I started this blog. I started it. I forgot when I started it, but it was a while back. So yeah, we made a village. Well, I did a custom character thingy, which I was really happy with. It's worked really well, and now I've done a village, and I've got a few polls I'm going to do today, and you guys are going to vote on them for me. So I'm excited for that. Res will capture all the windows, yeah. As long as it doesn't lag OBS, then it's fine. November. Yeah, it was. Well, I think it was. It was definitely before TwitchCon. I remember that. But yeah, here's the blog. So I'm gonna be eventually making my bot put messages up so it'll remind people of these links. I think we do have a command for it. !project, but that goes to the Twitter. We also have a Google Docs thing, which I did edit this morning actually. So let's open that. I've changed the rules slightly of this, and I think it works even better with the new rules. So before, right, you guys probably remember this, don't you? I think all of you here, Canon and Rex, you guys made a character, so you would recognise this doc. But I've changed it, I've edited it, because last time I said that we would collaborate in a Discord channel, one at a time, and we take it in turns to improvise a story, but it's going to be a bit different now. We're actually going to use poll.ly, which is a poll website to do it. But what's so good about that website is you can not only vote for what people have put up, you can add your own suggestions too. So we're going to use that instead. So basically, each time we're ready to add a new part to the story, I will create a poll and write a paragraph that isn't finished, and then you guys, or me even, can add suggestions to that will complete the paragraph basically. So it works similar, but I've got a little bit more control and we'll get involved a bit more. I think it's a way for more people to get involved, and it would also prevent the risk of trolley or weird kind of directions the story could go, because this way we're voting, so it'll be the best one, the most popular one that people like the most, that will get that will be the winner basically. And that'll just keep going on. Like, we'll start with chapter 1 part 1, and then it will be chapter 1 part 2, etc, etc. Be a little story made up of loads of little paragraphs. I remember. What do you think of that idea, guys? I think it's better. I was a little bit nervous that the other way would make it go completely bonkers, because, well, I suppose there's the risk of people joining in and not even knowing what the story is or who the characters are or what's happened, and then say something that completely doesn't make sense. But here we go. I think this will work well. But there's always we can always experiment over time and see how things go. But we might as well do the first poll now, instead of me just rambling on like a fool. We'll start a poll. So but yeah, I think it was important I let you guys know that, because we've got a Discord channel. I haven't got the Discord up on a window capture, but if you wanted to have a peek, we do have like a news and update section, which we'll still do. Everything will still go on Discord, like the news and updates. We will have like a section where we've got all the links to the characters and important info. We'll also have a side quest channel for people to put ideas for side quests, because that will be cool. And also a channel with all the polls we've ever had of all time will go in there. And trust me, there will be a ton of polls by the end. There will be a ridiculous amount, like thousands. I'm not even kidding. We're not allowed to say things that don't make sense, then that's me out. Well, no, because it's meant to be crazy. It's meant to be a bonkers story. Where does it say that on the doc? Thank you, Karen, for the tweet. I appreciate you. Yeah, it even says somewhere on the doc that you can say the most... anything that's a bit weird is fine, as long as it's not like crossing the rules and can become like offensive in a like really racist way, or you know, like extra lewd or anything like that. But because it's a vote system now, anything that is a bit like, oh, I don't know about that, that's a bit lewd or offensive, that probably wouldn't get voted for anyway, but who knows, maybe it would. Okay, so we're going to do a poll. The first poll is going to be... there's going to be a few. There's going to be like 4 polls today. And I'm going to start the story today too. And I'm also going to do the interior of these buildings here. I will just randomly show you. This is RPG Maker MV. It's a software that's available on Steam. It's a little bit pricey, and I got it in the sale for like 70% off, I think. Kids, I will behave. But hang on, Canon. In your D&D campaign, I can't even think of one time you've been lewd. So there we go. You actually are more sensible than we think. It's been completely PG. Okay, yeah, we got these 4 buildings, so we're going to do the interiors of those today as well. If all going well, and if I have time to do them. No, I'm like, I ramble and then I'm like, oh, didn't do that. Other that my language, yeah. I'm excited for more D&D. And to be honest, like, this project is a little bit... It kind of takes a bit of inspiration from D&D. I remember when I, like, announced it, some people were like, oh, that's just like D&D except a game. Which is basically what it is. It's basically D&D, but a game. Really. It does the whole, like, improvising. It works very similar. It's going to work very similar. Okay, so hang on. Well, I'm saying I'm going to do this poll and I'm not. I did already put the poll up on the blog, but I'm changing it a little bit. I'm going to change the wording of it a bit so it makes a bit more sense. Because all it says is, what should the starting area be called? But I think I need to say that it's what the starting area is in case people don't know, and put a screenshot there as well. So what should... I've got 2 suggestions myself for it, so I'm going to add those to the poll. But we're probably not going to finish... the poll won't close at the end of the stream because we probably won't have enough votes in yet. But the thing is, before we start the story, we need to know the answers to these polls. Okay, what should the first village be called? But basically, I might stream this each Monday. We'll see. We will see, because I'm kind of not wanting to play video games every single stream anymore. It's fun to do something different. It's kind of tight. It's a small Scottish village. I don't know. Even though I'm going to put this screenshot link, I don't think it will work as a hyperlink. I don't think the website will do that. The good thing about this poll website is that there's no character limit either. So when I do write the paragraphs, there won't be a character limit. Basically, so that's good. Yeah, it's fun to switch things up. But D&D is less do for Lunas. It is more for massively silly moments and drama. Same for this, to be honest. It's an adventure, like D&D. So there we go. I rarely play games anymore. Hi, Silent. Every time I do a mean creeping voice, inside me starts mocking and saying mean things. Oh, what does the mean voice say, Silent? I hope it's not too horrible. Vote or add suggestions. Okay, and my name is Rose Randall because we have to put our name for this. But if somebody does want to put an anonymous suggestion down, it's totally fine to say anonymous. If you're a bit embarrassed, say if you think I've got a really good name or I've got a really good idea, but I don't want to show it's me, I'm embarrassed just a little bit, then it's fine to say anonymous. I totally don't mind that. Okay, so what should the first village be called? It's a small forest village and the screenshot is here. So yeah, you cannot click on it. Unfortunately, you will have to highlight it, and but that will just show you what it looks like. But to give you an idea, because sometimes it can be hard to think of names for stuff if you don't even have a bloody clue what the village even looks like. But this is basically what it is. So, well, you can't see because I've still got the poll website up, but you guys can see if you look at the URL. But I've got two. So because it's a forest village with a lake in the middle with a waterfall. This is my first idea. It's very simple and boring, but sometimes simple and boring works. And the other one is actually inspired by a game I'm playing at the moment. I'm stealing a name from another place, which is fine. We can use names of towns from other games if we want. I mean, this is just for fun and it's for free. So this is from Horizon Zero Dawn, this place is. And I thought of that because it's like a little, it's so cosy and secluded, so. Right, but yeah, I totally want you guys to put more suggestions down. And if you don't want to put your name, yeah, you can put anonymous. Or you can put your name, whatever you want to do. Tell Envy to get out of your head. Is it Envy saying it? Rose Rain Town, that's the town name. Yeah, I'm a character in this game. For those that don't know, you can make a character in this game. But you have to be a legendary Raindrop in the stream. The document, the Google Doc explains all that, and the link to that Google Doc is the pinned tweet of Twitter. But I'm going to make it easier so it's easy to get to the links and stuff. Okay, so that's the first poll of the day. Right, if I put this poll link in chat, will it come up and saying, because I know that what's straw poll, when people put straw polls up, it comes up at the top saying new poll has been added, which I think is really cool. The problem with straw poll is that people can't add their own suggestions, so yeah, it sucks. Straw poll is only good for when it's only you that's putting up things. I want to be a legendary Raindrop. Yeah, you have to do a lot of lurking to be a legendary Raindrop. The reason why you have to be a legendary Raindrop to be a character is so we don't have too many, because if we have too many characters, everything's going to get crazy. So even though only legendary Raindrops can be characters, we still have like about a dozen characters. I think we've got over 10 characters. We've got about 11, I think. I might be wrong. It's around that number. And that's only now. We haven't even started. There's probably going to be more made over time. Well, people will fill in the forms. So, I'm going to just... does that work? I don't know if that works. It's probably not like straw poll. It won't probably say, oh, a poll's up now. But, yeah. First poll. I'm going to put that in Notepad so I don't lose the link. That would be bad. Okay. I'm a lurking speedrunner. But yeah, I'm actually going to just show you guys the characters, remind you of who the characters are so far, before we do the second part. So let's get Google Docs up. I've put all the character sheets in a special Google Doc. There's also a link to an image of them on the Discord as well. Here we go. Right, let's make this bigger so you can actually see. This is me. Yeah, I'm a vampire. I had to make myself a vampire, and I've made myself a feral vampire as well. I'm not like you know, one of those vampires that I'm a feral one. So I'm gonna be cute. I'm gonna be a super cute character. And there's a bit about me there. And this is the Swedish beard. He wanted to be a sorcerer. Cannon is an elf, and he looks like Ryuji from Persona. But yeah, this is really cool. Like the actual RPG Maker software has a character generator thing in it, which makes it really easy to get a character that you like, because there's so many assets that in RPG Maker. But Swedish Beard was like really, he was like, I want one eye to be blue, one eye to be gold, I want a long black beard, and I want a hood over my face, and I want to look dark and mysterious. And that wasn't, no assets looked like that, so basically I had to do a lot of heavy editing on Swedish Beard's character, but I think I did a good job. And this is her resident. Rose eats people confirmed. I'm adorable. Yeah, your character is pretty adorable. Well, I'm not a cannibal. I just suck blood. Hi Tetsu, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous start to the week. This is Finch. Fish, see what I mean? We've already got tons of characters, and none of them are even in the game yet. Because the playable character is actually a custom hero, which I'm going to show you in a sec. But all these characters will be playable. They will join the party as heroes, just like in your standard RPG. But not all of them will. These are the playable ones, but there's some people that chose to be NPCs here. Rex is an NPC. He's an antagonist NPC. And he wanted to, you know, have his whole dinosaur inspired thing going on, and he even said, yeah, I want a hat. So yeah, right, I did that hat myself. So there we go. But yeah, he's evil. Oh, dear old Rex, he's going to be an antagonist. Well, whether he's going to be the big bad, we don't know. There could be somebody that comes later that ends up the big bad one. We have no idea where the story's going to take us. This is what's so fun about this. We just don't know. Anybody could come up with a good idea that we go for. Rah! Yeah. Drinking people doesn't sound nearly as threatening as eating people. Who knows? Maybe I'm a vampire who's a secret cannibal. My character could have a, you know, character development and stuff. We're not going to be the same heroes we are at the start of the story. Why has my electric blanket gone off? And this is Chub Cheeks. He's also an antagonist, but he's a reptile, but he covers his face up. He doesn't want people knowing. So it's actually kind of, although we know he's one as the writers of the story, it isn't like the people in this story don't know, if that makes sense. And this is Kay. She's a human. She's an NPC, but she's an ally, so she's going to be good. She'll probably be a friend of the party. And same for J-Boy, he is as well. And that's it. No, we have more. I thought that was it because the rest didn't load. I'm a bad lizard, you are. And this is Gamer Smack. He's a king, which is now a surprise because Gamer Smack is a streamer who dresses up as a king. He wears the crown and everything. So yeah, when we go to a special place like the capital, maybe he'll be the king of that capital. Who knows where he'll pop up in the story. And this is Sigurd. He's just a minor NPC. He didn't want to have a big part in the story, but his character is basically someone from, I think it's Oblivion actually, Elder Scrolls Oblivion. It's an elf in the game who like follows the player around, I believe. I never played Oblivion much, so I don't remember. But yeah, he follows Grand Champions, so that's who he's based on, and that's all we've got so far. But that is quite a good selection of characters at the moment, and obviously we will be adding more to the story. So if any of you guys become a legendary raindrop or are already a legendary raindrop, you'll be able to fill in a little what do you call them? They're not surveys, but you know, you get to fill in info about your character, and yep, hopefully we see more of those over time. Have more characters join. That will be fun. And hi Pleb and Big Greenbottom, how are you guys getting on today? Hope you're having a fabulous Monday. Can I be the main villain? Oh my god, Pleb, I would absolutely love it if he was in this game. I would. If only we didn't have the legendary raindrop rule. I'm only doing that for my own sanity, so we don't have hundreds of characters in the game. But if you are interested in being a character, guys, read the Google Doc. I'm going to put a link right now to that Google Doc. Right, here we go. I really need to make this link clearer so people can see it, because I think it's a bit too hard to get to at the moment. Okay, we need to get the right one. It is on the Twitter though. It is on the Twitter. Let me just get up my Twitter on another window. It's not on my Twitter, it's on the Raindrop RPG Twitter. I'm going to have to put that in my bio or something too. Right, this is the link to the Google Doc. Here we go. Finally I found it. So on there, it's got everything. It's got, here it is, right here basically. It's got the links to where for if you want to be a character once you're a legendary raindrop, and this is the sort of stuff you've got to just fill in: your Twitch username, what you want your character to be called, gender, what you want your race to be, and there's other stuff too, but you can't see it because all the rest needs to be filled in first. So yeah, maybe we'll get some more of those. I know there's a few people who are already legendary raindrops that have said they want to be a character, but they haven't yet filled in the forms, so we'll probably get a few more of those in the next couple of weeks. 120 hours, that's practically 20 years. It's very possible. We have, believe it or not, we have like quite a few. There's at least I think there's probably about 30 people that are legendary raindrops. Maybe a little bit less than that, but I think that's a good amount for character. Like any more than that, we're gonna get a lot of characters. But this is gonna take a while, guys. Like, this is a very long-term project. It's not gonna be done within a month or anything. Like, I'll be doing it probably this time next year still. So by the time that comes, who knows? Like, some of you will like have like 10,000 hours in the stream by then. Like, look at Tetsu Rose. Tetsu Rose is an example. Tetsu Rose has 551 hours in the stream. So look, Tetsu Rose is a legendary raindrop times 4, I think. Good job, Tetsu. Pleb, to be honest, you're not bad. That's pretty impressive. So you could get there sooner than you think. I mean, as for our antagonists so far, we don't have many. We've only got 2 antagonists, and they might not be the main ones. There's going to be everybody knows the best antagonist doesn't appear straight away. They appear halfway through the game. of this mysterious figure that everyone's like, who are they? Hey, I didn't need to fill in a form. Yeah, Tetsu. I'm going to make it easier so you guys can get to this doc, because the only way you can get to it at the moment is from looking at the pinned tweet on Twitter. And that's not, that's not easy enough to get to. So I'm going to put all the links in the Discord and make it easy to get to and stuff. But yeah, Tetsu, you are a legendary Raindrop, so you can fill in the form and be whatever character you want, and you can join the crew. We've already got about a dozen people here. I'm excited. I'm hyped. Can I transfer my Rex? I was here. You're funny, Silent. But you just have patience. Like, we're not going to even be at the first area of the game for probably like a couple of months, maybe even longer than that. Like, we're not. It's going to be a very slow process. I'm not gonna drive myself crazy over spending every single second of my days doing this. I'm hoping to do a stream once a week doing this, at least. But we'll see how it all goes. Like, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself and get burnt out either. But it's definitely something I'm very excited about and wanna do. Time to lurk in your stream forever. You guys are the best. I've already pinned this tab, so I'll never leave the stream ever. Well, guys, I'm very happy that you really want to be characters. That makes me happy that you want to be a character. So, I mean, it just shows, in a way, it's good that I've put this limit on who can be a character, because otherwise we would end up with hundreds, because it does seem like there's a lot of people very interested. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see more characters pop up in my little Google Docs section. Imagine if one of the party members actually ended up being the main villain. Nobody would expect that, and who knows, it could go like that. So, like, if you read the Google Doc, it all explains the rules. Like, it's all going to be done by polls, basically, a lot of and voting. So I will be writing each section. When we have to add to the story, I'll be writing an incompleted paragraph, and you guys will be able to finish it off on a poll website that lets you add suggestions, and whatever gets the highest votes will be the one we go for. And we'll just keep doing that every time we need to add to the story. It's all going to be like little paragraphs. There'll be loads. There'll be hundreds by the end. Okay, so I've been rambling. Let's just have a look at our poll again, because that's very important. We got lots of polls to vote on today, and we haven't even started any yet. Well, we've started one. So here's the first one. If you guys haven't voted yet, now is your chance. This part is to name this village. This village that you see here right now with this weird little tree with a face on in the middle is our very first village of the game. There's a custom character creator, and as soon as that's done, you spawned here. And hi Apollo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, this game is actually called Raindrop Chronicles. That is the name of it. I mean, my name's Rose Rainblood, so I think we're going to make the currency in the game raindrops as well. That was somebody's idea, so we will probably do that. Look at you guys coming up with all the names. I like it. They're all pretty cool, actually. So yeah, here's the poll. And if you want to be anonymous, that is fine. You can put anonymous in if you don't want to let people know, if you're embarrassed, because I know some people are shy, and that's fine. So yeah, this is the name. We're going to wait. I will probably. I did originally say I might close the poll at the end of the stream, but I don't know if that'll be long enough. I want people to get the chance to add and vote. So we'll see. I'll judge based on how it goes. But we'll do the next poll now, I think. The next poll is going to be... I've got a few, so... Okay, this is like a story kind of pearl. So, right, as you can see, let's get this one off. As you can see, there's a tree here. So let's zoom out a bit so you get a better idea. There's a tree. It's kind of like the unique feature of the village. And there's graves around it. It's a little bit mysterious. So this poll is going to be based on that. We're going to decide the story behind the tree. So here we go. Here's the next poll. It would help if I put in the URL correctly. Okay. So, what is the story behind? And I've got quite a few myself to add for this one, but be interesting to see if anyone else has some as well. What is the story behind the large tree with the face in the centre of the village? Vote or add suggestions. Okay, to make sure there's no typos or anything. Perfect starter town ideas, yeah. Starter town indeed, and I like that it's a forest, because that tends to be what it is in a lot of things. It's always a forest. I like forests. I mean, who starts off in like a snow town? I don't know any game that starts off in a snow town. The snow town always comes later on. Okay, so where's Rainblood? I'm going to add my suggestions first, and then I'm going to put the link in chat for you guys to add yours. Okay, and don't let me sway you either. If you've got an idea that's coming to your head and my idea is totally different, don't get frightened off adding yours. Okay, my first one is this. Can you guys see the text? I hope you can. Is that how you say? It is worshipped as a god. I think that was like the first thing that came into my head for it. And I've got a few other things that we can add. It is good. So it's a good tray. It is true neutral. That is what they call it in D&D, isn't it? Or it is secretly evil. So I wonder what's gonna be the top. Good tree, neutral tree, or evil tree. But it wouldn't be, if it's gonna be evil, it's secretly evil. It'll always give the impression it's good or neutral. I hope there isn't. I've tested all that silent. It was important because this is the website we're going to be using for writing the story as well. And obviously we're going to be writing paragraphs for that. So we need to make sure there's no character limit. That would be a disaster. And hi PKRW. Winter challenge starts in the snowy area. You know what? I'm looking forward to doing the map. I mean, just like, that is the most exciting bit for me. Coming up with the names with you guys for all the areas and where we're going to go first and second and stuff, and what the bosses are going to be and what everybody's characters are going to do. It's going to be so fun. Just got back from my work. What did I miss? Everybody's voting on the poll for the name of the first village canon. So, keep an eye on that, guys. See if there's any new things that pop up, and if you like the sound of them, then give them a vote. But we're on the next poll now, which is, what is the story behind the large tree with the face in the centre of village? And if you guys have actually paid attention to what the village looks like, the screenshots are on the blog and on the Twitter, by the way. You will see that there's a tree in the middle that has a face on it. So this is basically, we're shaping the story behind the tree here. And now I've got a few more things to add about it, and then I'm going to put the poll in chat. It speaks often and offers words of wisdom. So that's a speaking tree. It doesn't speak. That's another one. So I'm like just coming up with like things. Does it speak? Doesn't it speak? Whatever gets the highest votes will be what we go for. It speaks, but only in response to a question. It speaks very rarely. So I think that's all I can think of. So there's quite a few branches that one could take. But here we go, guys. I'm going to put it in the chat now. So whatever you would like this tree to be, whatever you think's the most interesting, click the little heart. Whatever tops the poll will be what the tree is. I mean, who knows? Maybe evil and good will get equal votes, but we'll have to wait till one gets one more than the other if that's the case. But yeah, add your ideas if you've got any ideas of trees. I mean, there's an amazing website I know, guys, which I'm going to show you now. It's called TV Tropes, and wise tree. This is it. This is a trope. So this is kind of what gave me some ideas in the first place. If you guys want to get inspired by ideas, this is the website to go on. So basically there's a trope for everything in existence. There's a trope for wise trees. There's a trope for whatever you can think of. There'll be a trope for it. And it like has anime and manga, like every anime and manga that has a tree in it, a wise tree, and it tells you a bit about it. So that is kind of what inspired me to come up with the ideas of, is it evil? Does it speak? And is it a god? And it's very good for that. Branches, a tree that doesn't speak. How unusual! I know. The Secret Six member of the Spice Girls. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Honestly, I would totally love it if this game went really wacky. So if you guys actually did come up with some really strange ideas and they ended up top of the poll, that would be funny. I'd totally be up for that. TV Tropes is so dangerous. It is. I've spent so many hours on this website. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm going to be keeping an eye on these polls. I'll be having a little look over the course of the stream. But I like that you're adding ideas, guys. I'm really excited to see what tops it. We're going to have like a really interesting story here. So yeah, that's our next poll. We're going to do the next poll as well. I actually did say I was going to do the interior design of the buildings today for the village, but who knows if we'll have time. But I will be working on some of this off stream as well. And there's the Twitter and the blog, which I will be keeping you guys updated on things with, and obviously streams as well. Originally I wasn't actually going to stream this. I was going to just put content on YouTube, because I've actually posted a YouTube video, but I find like it's even though the YouTube video did really well, it got 800 views, and it's getting more views every single day. There's always at least a dozen views in a day on that video I've done, even though it's doing quite well and people are watching it and it's helping people. Nobody who's liked the video has like joined in the community, if you get what I mean. And this is what this is all about. It's about the community getting involved. So I feel that doing it on Twitch is the best way because of that. Rezo broke the site. The top option now has -1 vote on my screen. Oh, don't worry. If it's probably going to glitch now and again. It just refresh it. If it doesn't, it'll probably get fixed. getting all excited pressing them and glitching the website. It speaks very rarely, but the spirit of a wise elder that died in the village, he is now forever a tree. That is pretty interesting, Apollo. Oh my god, you guys are good. I'm not going to actually be reading them on stream or getting too attached to any ideas straight away. I'm going to just see what tops the poll, and this poll it'll be put on Twitter. The polls will be put on Twitter too and in Discord. I'm gonna I'm not gonna shut the polls until they've had a fair chance of being voted on everything. Like, it wouldn't be right if I'm like, okay, that poll's finished now, we're gonna go for those ones even though they've only had 3 votes. I want to like see things have loads of votes. I want the polls to get as many votes as they can before they get closed. The tree needs a root canal. But yeah, I'm excited. We've only done the tree, but we've got so much more to do. So, okay. And just so you guys know, we do have Name the Village as well. That's the other poll we've got, and I've just linked you guys to that poll in chat. Okay. Now we've got our next poll. We might as well do that now. So this is, shut that one down and get a new window up. This one is about the graves around the tree. This is another mystery question, and although like that could be answered on the tree bit as well, it can be expanded on here. So why do the graves surround the tree, and who was buried there? And I have 2 ideas for this one, but I'm sure there will be more. Okay, oh no, I'm putting the option in the wrong bit. That's where my name goes. The tree's good for bright. I know. Well, it's a bit of a good pun, actually. I actually didn't think of that at first. Maybe the elder that is the spirit of the tree was a tree surgeon, which makes him a tree surgeon. I know. This is exciting. Don't want to get attached to any idea, because I have a feeling I'm going to like get attached to an idea and it won't be the one that tops the poll. So I'm going to completely be neutral about everything. Okay, so they belong to all the village chiefs or leaders, however you want to word it, that passed away, or elders. I suppose chiefs and leaders can be the elders as well. So they're the graves of all the special ones, that idea is. Or they belong to people that lived there and died in a horrible massacre. That's a very dark direction with that one. Where's it gone? Hey, that one didn't get popped up. That's weird. I've glitched it now. Oh, it's there now. I panicked. I was like, where is it? But it is there. Okay, so I'm going to put this one in for you guys. Died to a vicious cow plan. I know. How could they have died? I want to know all the ideas you have for how these poor people in the graves could have possibly died. So there's many directions this sort of thing could be taken. Many. So I'm interested in seeing what you guys come up with. Graves of people who never leave the village. Right, I might as well get all the polls done. We've got loads to do and we need to get in all the votes. So, I'll make sure I don't lose the link of these. So I've got a notepad file up that I'm putting them in. Okay. Now, the next poll. We've got 2 more polls left. And once all the polls are done, once everything's been decided, we get to actually start the story. I've already got an idea of how I'm going to start it off, but it's an incomplete paragraph and you guys will have to finish it off. Wahaha. At first I was going to start the story today at the end of the stream, but chances are we probably won't want to close the polls that fast. Okay, what are... And also guys, I have to do this just so you've definitely seen it. There's the link to the Twitter. We have a Twitter for the game. So if you want to get updated on things, you don't want to miss out on polls and and stuff, then that is what you should be following. Because the polls won't be open forever. What are the people like that live here? Those are our suggestions. So for this one, because we need to know what the villagers are like, don't we? They're all gonna have a sort of personality in this little forest village with the tree in the middle. They're gonna have a person, like a sort of vibe to them. So I've come up with a few adjectives that could describe them. Simple, poor. Obviously, I want you guys to come up with some as well. When I give you the link, I might as well put it in chat now. I'm actually going to put the poll title in too for you guys, so you actually know what the poll is, because I've just been putting the poll links in chat but with no context to them. At least you guys know if I do it that way. Okay. Hostile or peaceful? So that's kind of opposites. You can't be hostile if you're peaceful. So if those two are like tying and they're at the top, we unfortunately we can't go for both. We could only go for one. Lovey-dovey. Oh my god, lovey-dovey. Imagine a village like that. It'll all be loot. I mean, even though I've put on the document no like anything like extra lewd or stuff, minor lewd would be okay. We can have minor lewd. I think as long as it's a PG-13 sort of thing. And I've got some more super. Oh my god, guys, you're coming up with so many. I love it. We can have so many. Superstitious. Have I spelt that right? I hope so. Superstitious. Hippies. Oh my god. You got to have hippies in a forest village, haven't you? I came up with some of these before stream. I've been thinking of ideas off stream. We can have like loads. There's going to be absolutely dozens here. Primitive is like, when I think of forest village, I think primitive. I'm thinking of all the obvious ones, but you guys can probably think more outside the box. Right, I think that's my last one now. They are ghosts but unaware of it. This is fun. I'm excited to see what tops it. Whatever grips people. And I'm very glad we've got a sort of voting system thing now for the story, because we will always end up with the best, most bizarre or interesting option. So it's gonna be an awesome game. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, we got one more poll now. So I'm gonna still put the links and stuff in chat. I've just put the what are people that live here one like, so that's there. We've got that one. I'm gonna put it in a notepad file for me so I don't lose it. Okay. This is super fun. It is. Like, I had no idea how this was going to go. This is the first time I've ever streamed this at Raindrop Chronicles thing. So I thought, how's this going to go? But it's really fun, because we can all get involved, and it allows us to be creative and stuff. So and it's fun because I'm going to like be doing stuff off stream too, like posting. Like, I'll be posting on the Twitter quite often, probably. I'll be like saying, guys, last chance to vote on the poll, hurry up. So quickly get your votes in before it closes. I'm still unsure when I'm going to close the polls. I I'm gonna wait until I believe everybody's had a fair chance. It's just fun to come up with ideas. It is. It's super fun. Like, I mean, I thought I was going to be designing the interiors for the buildings today, but I've just not had a chance because I've been so busy with these piles. But I'll probably get a chance in a minute because we've got one more pile now and then they're done. So then I can get on with doing that. So let's do this last pile. Right, this is a really important one. You might not have thought of this one, but this is absolutely vital that we get this one. So before I do it, I'm going to let you guys understand what's going on here, because some of you might not understand the gameplay. So let's just open this. I'm going to just pause the music in the background for a sec. Okay, I'm actually play testing the game now, so you can all see. Some of you have probably already seen this if you've been keeping an eye on it, but some of you might not have. So it's very important I show you before we do this poll. Otherwise, you might not understand the context of the wording. Okay. So this is the intro screen I've got, and this is what happens when it's loaded up. This is the custom character. You get to create the custom character. So I'm gonna make me. We're gonna make me. Can also do this, like, it's meant to be small, like it's meant to be that size, but it actually doesn't look. You guys can see it more if I have it like full, so we'll keep it like that. The brown one's a bit light, so even though my hair isn't black, it's dark brown. I'm going to pick black because it's closer than the brown. Never cut my Hunter. Okay, so as you can see, there's a custom hero. So I just wanted to show you guys that so you understood that there is a custom hero and not a random protagonist. But yeah, basically when this ends, this custom character creator, we get transported into the village. But the big question is, where are we in the village? And this is what the last poll is. So yeah, we need to decide where we are in the village. We can't just appear out of nowhere without deciding, can we? So, right, let's do that now. New window. What is our hero doing when the adventure begins? I'll put in the village at the end. Or add suggestions. Oh, let's put the music back on. Music from Final Fantasy X. Okay, I've got 3 for this. I am jealous. Do I? I got told that when I was at school. Like, I think I was only 11 and I was in IT class, and my teacher was like, how are you typing so fast? And the answer to that is because I grew up with a computer from an early age, and I was on chat rooms all the time and Habbo Hotel, so I just learned how to type. Sleeping in the inn, that is I'm just double checking the poll makes sense. sleeping in the inn, eating in the tavern, or entering the village. Those are the only 3 I can think of. But if you wanna, if there's any, like looking at the actual screenshots might help inspire ideas for what the hero could be doing. So, there's the poll for that. If there's any you like or anyone you want to add, there you go. So I'm gonna keep putting up those polls in chat throughout the stream. Pardon me, I've got the burps. And so that everybody that pops in or is lurking, etc., gets to vote. Okay. So now I've actually finished doing those polls, I am going to start doing the interior of these buildings here that you can see. We've got 4. We've got an inn, we've got a tavern, we've got an item shop, and we've got an armour shop. It's a very small village, a very, very small one. Like later on, when we come across some bigger villages and towns, they will have more buildings than this. But it was interesting to design a oops, I just slammed my keyboard then. It was interesting to like design a forest, because forests have to be a little bit messy, don't they? Yeah, it's there's a lot of little stones and flowers and random things lying about. And yeah, so the interiors is also changing, because people designing the interiors in different ways in RPGs. Sometimes what doesn't make sense to me with interiors is when you walk into a building and the shape of the interior is nothing like the building that you can see outside. That can throw me out a little bit. So we're going to make sure when doing the interiors that the shape of them remains the same. Now, obviously it'll be larger than what it appears to be outside, but the shape is going to be similar. Like these 2 here on the left are squares, so they're quite easy, but the inn has a little bit coming off it to the right, and the tavern has a bit coming off it to the left. So we're going to make sure we try and get that matching. Otherwise it's just not, it's going to be weird. It won't look like it was meant to be there. Oh my god, this looks amazing. Hi Finch, how are you doing? We got some polls for you to vote on, Finch. I'm excited. Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? I'm excited for your character to be introduced in the story as well. Finch Fish is a character in the story, guys. She is a playable character, which means she will be a hero that can join the party in battle. So I wonder when we will meet her. She is a herbalist, so that is really interesting as well, like having a herbalist sort of character to fight with in battle. I'm very interested to come up with a sort of the skills and items that she's gonna have. Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, I've had a big break from this. Like the last time I worked on this was at the end of last year, but we're officially getting back into it again, and I'm hoping, like the plan is at the moment to stream it on Mondays, but who knows if there will be more days in the future that we do it, but for now it'll be just Mondays. So yeah, it's fun to have a break from gaming once in a while. But let's get our polls up so all the new peoples and lurkers that are in here get a chance to vote. So oops, I think I lost the last poll. I haven't, because it's in chat. That's a good job. So the first poll we've got is, what should the first village be called? So a few of you have already voted on this one, but some of you might not have. So if you want a chance to name this village we see in the background, now is your chance. A herbalist, like an apprenticed alchemist, or something with potions, etc. Well, that's just it. It can be whatever direction we take it. So the good thing about RPG Maker is that it's very, there's a lot of, you can just change it however you want. Like there's the standard classes in RPG Maker, like this is the database, and I've got warrior and hunter because those are what the protagonist is, either a warrior or a hunter, depending on what the player chooses. But they're not filled in yet. We haven't filled in any of the skills or traits, but it's quite good because there's a very big community for this. People that do a lot of scripting and edit the software and that to their liking, and there's some interesting things. Like my character's a vampire, and I'm excited to make a vampire class as well. I'm gonna suck the blood of all monsters. How are you? I'm doing awesome, Finch. How have you been? How has your art been treating you? Doing well, just working, so I'll be in and out, but I'm excited to see progress with this. Thank you. I'm excited to do it too. It's been a blast so far today. We've all been really getting involved with doing polls and stuff together, so I'm gonna just make sure that I'm regularly putting these polls in chat. I don't want anyone missing out on voting. There we go. What program is this? It's RPG Maker NV. Like, the RPG Maker software has been around for years. The very first one I had was in like the year 2000. That was the first time I ever messed with RPG Maker. But there's been like several like improved versions of it since, and this one is the one called MB. It's on sale on Steam for those that don't know, but it is pretty pricey. It's very pricey. I bought it in the sale when it was 70% off, and I just jumped at the chance to get it because I thought that's too good. That's too good a sale to say no to. Art's going well. Was a bit on the hiatus, but started a Patreon, so that's helping you get more work, and that's so cool. I've like thought about Patreon as well, but it has to be like the right thing, like something that people would want to contribute to as well. So I'd probably want to do something like that in the future myself. Oh nice, that's what I thought. That's really neat. But I hope it goes well, Finch. That's really awesome. I think because you're an artist and stuff, that's definitely something that suits you to do. Could I be a werewolf who is a healer when human and attacker, then wolf? Well, if you've looked at the where you fill in about your character, it'll let you know the sort of classes you can be. I can't remember if I let people add their own suggestions, but a werewolf that's a healer and a human, because we do have a sort of healer class, I believe. I think there might be a healer on there, but whether we can be like, I'll be as creative as I can with them. I mean, there's only so much I probably will be able to do with the software. I can't do like everything, but if like you have an idea that you really like, definitely write it down in the form that you fill in Tetsu, and I will try my best to like do whatever you'd like it to be. Like, I might not be able to get it exact. Like, sometimes you think, okay, that actually is a little bit tricky, but there's no harm giving it a go. So just definitely type in the form whatever you like the sound of your character being. You're an artist too, Rose. I've seen your beautiful pixels. Yeah, I did a graphic design degree, and I do know how to do stuff, but I'm definitely like not. I couldn't do it for a living, I think, because it's just, I'm not very good at getting things whipped up quickly. That's my problem. I've done all the pixel art for my channel, my little bat emotes and my Rose Ra Love and Rose Ra Bear emotes and stuff, but it takes me so long to do them. I'm so fussy, and I know that if I ever did commissions, it would just take me forever to do them. I'm so fussy. It's a good skill to have though. It lets you see things in the world differently. I agree, and it does being like a designer. It does help for sure. Like even just my stream channel and doing the stuff for that, the channel work. It's a lot easier when you like had the background with design, and same with RPG Maker too, and just little things like this. But I hope it goes well, Finch. I'm wishing you the best of luck with your Patreon. Totally can tell you have a good eye. Thank you. Your artwork is just fantastic. I'm a big fan, and it's like really unique as well. I've not seen any other art style like yours. When I see your art, I'm like, that's Finch. And hi Andy Cake, how are you doing? Hope you're having an awesome Monday. Okay, so I mean, I would put the polls on my bot so the bot could do them on a timer. Maybe that would be a good idea. But there's a few. There's like 5 polls. But it might be worth it. But it's going to take a few minutes to do that. Okay, so the first poll is... Yeah, I'm going to add these to a timer on my bot. Okay, so they'll be popping up at least. Maybe it's worth putting them all in the same one, but then it could get a bit overcrowded. I don't know. Is there a place we can find all the polls? I think I've only voted in 3 so far. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of making a command, Finch, because then it'll be easier. It'll come up automatically on a timer on my bot, and if there's a command, you guys can see them all. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna call it polls actually. Rose mentioned that they're gonna be on Twitter too for a while. Yeah, so there'll be a chance to vote in the stream, but I'm not gonna close them immediately at the end of the stream. I'm gonna leave them open at least for the rest of the day. I might leave them open tomorrow too, but it all depends on how the votes go and if enough people get their vote in. So I don't want people to miss out. So right, I'm gonna do this command. How should I word this? I'm stuck. I don't want to just have it with just the links in, because there's no content. Vote or add suggestions to the polls of the week. Yeah, the polls of the week. Okay. Oh gosh, I saw like a Kappa email there and it scared the life out of me in the corner on my OBS. Nice to meet you. Yeah, Silent's awesome. I know Silent and Lost from Careless Rex's streams. He's a regular in Rex's streams, and he's always very entertaining with the things he comes up with. And hi Mario, please may I have a tech class or some sort of sci-fi class that I can use energy weapons and such? I love that idea, but Mario, you do have to have a certain amount of hours in the stream to be a character in the game, and we only do this so we don't have too many people, because we would end up with hundreds of characters. Like I can imagine, because so many people have come in today really interested in having a character, and I love it. I really love that people want to be in the game. It excites me. But yeah, to control it all and so we don't get overwhelmed, we have had to have like the person has to be in the stream for quite a lot of hours actually. I've got 120, which sounds like a lot, but when you've been in the stream and you're a regular, that time does add up. Like Tetsuya Rose here has like almost 600 hours in the stream, so that's an example of how quickly you can rack up hours if you're a regular. And it makes sense, I guess, for the people that are regulars of the stream to get the chance to be the characters, because it's a reward for them as well. And there's already loads of you. I mean, we've already got over 10 characters, I think, and there's more on the way. There's more people that will be filling in forms, so we got quite a lot. I'm fantastic. Silent is fantastic. I meant sci-fi class for everyone, like class of a character. I do like that, and I'm not sure if I've got it added to the character ideas. I do have quite a lot of class ideas. I'm not sure if I've got a futuristic one though, but it's definitely a good one. I think we should have a futuristic place in the game. But welcome, Mario. It's good to have you join us. I hope you're having a good start to your week. Your doggo wants cuddles. Give your doggo cuddles from me. In a mere 116 hours, I will become one of the disciples of the villain Rex. You want to be a disciple of the villain Rex? I absolutely love that. That is really fun. So, I mean, it's probably going to be a while till Rex's character even gets introduced to the game, because you don't usually introduce the antagonists like at the start, do you? There's usually a bit of a build up. You start off in a little village, do a few quests, move on to another town, do a few quests there, and then the antagonists slowly get introduced, like within several hours of the game. So yeah, you've got time, you've got plenty of time, Silent, before you make your entrance. Okay, so I'm going to finish off this command because I'm rambling on, and we're not going to get this command for Finch. Okay, I'm just popping in all the links of our pals. We have 5. Well, no, we've got 6 actually. We've got 5. I don't know, I can't count. And also we're gonna need something to split these poles up with, like some sort of emotes. We don't want all the links all together. That wouldn't be pretty to look at. So let's find a cute little emote. Yeah, we'll have this heart little emote. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5. Okay, this should work now. Polls. Yeah, vote to all add suggestions to the polls of the week. Confirm with me that they're all our polls, guys. Actually, I'll click on them myself. It will take ages for them to load up on my computer though. Is it silly? You could be a silent follower, no dollar. And I like that too. I mean, my character, I'm probably going to be the one that's introduced first. I might purposely do it like that because I'm Rose, so it makes sense that my character's the first one that's met. But my character is a vampire that is feral, and she's not even going to talk in normal human language. She's going to speak cave woman, or very, very feral sort of. A bit similar to Isla from Chrono Trigger, is it? I think that's her name. But that's the character I was inspired by. She's going to be a badass, an absolute badass. Okay, so yeah, I think those links have worked, haven't they? You could totally do this project for Patreon, the game you make, because it's such a unique, amazing idea. Thank you, Finch. And I've definitely considered it, and I think the one thing that put me off taking it to Patreon was because it's not fully mine. I'm using assets that don't belong to me, and I'll be using other people's code and stuff, and I feel kind of bad making a profit from something that isn't all mine. Do you understand that? But I am actually writing a game at the moment, my own game that I might put on Kickstarter one day, but that's not going to be done this year. It's going to take a while to get all that sorted, and I will probably be doing my own art for that and stuff, but that's a very, very long term thing. That will probably won't be done till who knows when. But yeah, this is a bit of fun, and I like that people are interested in it and enjoying it. That's the main thing for me. Would you consider having an exalted weapon for each class? What do you mean by exalted weapon, Mario? I'm definitely going to be adding some scripts, plugins and stuff so that weapons are visible in battle, because I don't think they currently are. I don't think in vanilla RPG Maker you can see the character's weapon, but I know there's a plugin out there that lets you actually see the weapons, which I think would be good. But I'm not sure. I haven't really considered the weapons yet that they're actually going to be. It all depends what matches with the classes. Like, for example, me, I don't think, because I'm a vampire, I would probably just have my teeth and claws and stuff. And somebody like Swedish Beard, who's a sorcerer, he'd have a staff. So it all depends on what the class is, what the weapon would be. Like Finchfish, she'd have something herbalist related, like I don't know, I can't think off the top of my head, but there's definitely a weapon out there that would suit a herbalist, I'm assuming. It's a good practice to act in such a way, I believe. For me specifically, I've grown into someone that dislikes asking for help, because then once I finish any projects I'm working on, I can't take the full credit anymore. Yeah, like this is like a complete collaboration project, and we're all merging our ideas together. It's like a bit of fun and no profit sort of thing, and everybody will be able to download the game for free. And I mean, I'm not going to rule out using, we might introduce video game characters into the game, who knows, like God knows, Geralt from The Witcher 3 could make an appearance for all we know. So, I mean, even Sig, one of our characters, Sig, uses a character from Oblivion as his character. So there's so much like copyright and things that don't belong to me that, yeah, it could be dangerous to like, I don't think I'd want to risk anything that was profiting from it, that's for sure. But I'm definitely excited to make my own game for that reason, because like I would love to, don't get me wrong, like video games for a living. That would be a very, like a dream to me, to be able to work on video games for a living. A thorn whip, that's a very good weapon, Ted. So I'll be honest, I did get sick of RPG Maker games because they all seem to be horror games where you were trapped in school with ghosts. Yeah, I think the thing is, like, because RPG Maker, it's a software that's very simple to use. Like, I used it when I was a kid. So the fact is anybody can make a game on RPG Maker. As long as you're not like dumb, like incapable, you will be able to make a game on this software as long as you know what you're doing. You don't have to be a pro. So that's why there's so many RPG Maker games out there that might not be that creative. That tends to happen. An exalted weapon is a weapon that stays with the class throughout the journey and can be used once but at a very high price. Like, you're exhausted for one round, or for your vampire you get blood suck because your exalted weapon is your fangs. That's an interesting idea as well. That is Sonic. Like, I do in my Discord, I actually have a feedback and ideas channel for things like that, because sometimes, like, for example, it would be easy for me to think, oh yeah, that someone suggested a really cool idea here, and then when I finish the stream I've forgot about it. But it's a good idea, like, for people to put those sort of questions in the Discord channel, or suggestions and stuff. But I'm definitely going to try and keep that in my brain, Sonic. And I mean, who knows how it'll go. It's all down to the community and what's the most popular, because this game is basically going to be very, very poll driven. So whatever the gameplay, the story, the way it'll go will all be driven by what tops the polls. Rose called me dumb indirectly. Yeah, silence pretty intelligent, I'd say. I can kind of get a good idea from how people type in chat. A ranchy bro, yeah, that's probably for the best. You could do it, I believe. Yay. I mean, when it comes to, like, for example, if we meet Finchfish in the game, she joins our party, I'll put a poll up that says, what weapons shall we have for Finchfish? And we'll think of all the possiblest herbalist weapons then, and whatever tops the poll will be the one we go for. So there's going to be so many polls by the, I mean, this is the first stream and we've already got 5 polls. So yeah, it's going to be like every stream is going to be a few polls. We're so close to making the cut. So I doubt there would be a furry type of character like Frog from Phono Trigger. Well, if you, I mean, I'll have to put the link of the doc in for you to see this, but let me find it for you. On the section where people can make their characters, it's got a list of the races. And there are furries in this game. We have canines and feline furries. And reptiles. Like two of our antagonists are reptiles. So yeah, we have furries. But if you want to see it with your own eyes, here we go. I'll give you a, I'm going to put the link in chat. Hurry up and load. Right, this is it. So I need to figure out how to make my Chrome a bit faster, because I really do think it can be a bit slow sometimes. But this is where people get to fill in their characters. So let's click this. Silent but deadly. Silent's making up his character now. Silent's already got it in his head who he's going to be. Hi Chub, how you doing? We were just looking at your character, Chub. We were having a little look through our little sheet of characters earlier. How are you doing? But yeah, this is our little form where people fit in the characters, and as you can see, we've got some furries here. So we have humans, elves. We even have a Neko race in the game, cat people. We've got fairy race, and we've got canines, felines. These are all the races we've got, and they'll all be making their appearances in the game. There'll probably be a little town that just has wolves, the canine race living there and stuff. Probably one just for reptiles too. But yeah, it's fun. I'm excited. Finchfish is a fairy. I'm a human, but I'm like a vampire. I'm a human that was transformed into a vampire. Like the vampire race doesn't exist as a race. Vampire doesn't. I was made a vampire. But I'm not sure whether I said how I was made a vampire. I can't remember now. My character sheet says it all anyway. So if you guys do want to look at the character sheets, I'm going to have to make sure you can all have a glance. I don't want you to miss out on this. I'm going to have to put the long link of it in chat. Yeah, so whenever a new character pops up, I will make a character. Like Tetsu, I think, is filling in his form now. So over the week, I will be doing Tetsu's character sheet if he finishes it off. So if anybody does want to have a look through our characters and who we've got, have a little look. Hey, no Mog today. We do have Mog, but he's just having a little sit down. Wait, are you my sidekick? I'm a good guy. You're an antagonist, Chub. I mean, who knows? I mean, you and Rex are both the antagonists, and you might be best friends, you and Rex. You know, I'm like those Disney movies where the main antagonist always has a goofy sidekick that is always grovelling at the feet of the baddie, always giving them compliments and stuff. Oh, Chub, thank you very much for the sub. That is 16 whole months. What on earth? That is so long, Chub. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Let's have some hype for Chub. He doesn't like Mog.
Get that Mog out of my face.
Chub doesn't like Mog, but it's just how it works. We always get Mog out when someone subs or does something awesome. So just sit there now, Mog. Thank you, Chub. I appreciate you. You'll do it after stream. That is all. Do it in your own time, Tetsu. There's no rush at all. Whenever you want. So, I mean, I've had a few people message me saying, "Oh, I've got enough hours in the stream. I can be a character, but I'm going to fill it in like a bit later. People are waiting for the right time. Some people probably want their character to be introduced a little bit later, that's why. Thank you for the hype, Silent. You've put so much thought and work into this, Rose. I'm super impressed. Thank you, Finch. That is very sweet of you. I appreciate the kind words. It's because I get super into things. When I get super into things, I get super into them. I'm a right nerd. That's what your character's going to be, Silent. Well, I like that. I'm very interested to have your character in the game eventually. I'm hyped. I can't remember what my character is. Your character is this, Chub. We have a little menu here. I think Google Docs does this automatically. So I've it's easier to get to everyone's character sheets this way. But this is Chub Cheeks. And who knows when he's going to make his appearance. Oh my god, tell me about it. Story of my life. Yeah, it's so fun to just have a hobby, isn't it? And thank you for the follow, Binary. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well today. And I'm going to just let you guys who've just come in, make sure you're aware of these polls we have here. These are the polls of the week. There's 5 of them. If you click on them, you'll see exactly what they are. But it's basically so we can shape the... Let's just get our PG Maker back up. It's basically so we can shape the beginning of the story. We've literally just begun this. I've done the custom character creator and I've created the first village, and literally that's all we've got. As you can see here at the side, just above my head, we've got our character creation section, and this is where all our code is for... which you can't see actually. I need to put some window captures up so you can see that stuff. And we have this, which was voted on by the community. I said, oh, what place shall we have for our starting area? And small village was picked, I think, because it's kind of your traditional starting area, so I think that's why it was a popular choice. So yeah, basically the polls are about the village. What's it going to be called? What's the hero doing in the village when he gets here, or her, because it can be a female. And what's this tree about? What's this tree with a face on it? There's a lot of questions. Hello, I'm mostly lurking while working, but this looks cool. Thank you, Binary. I appreciate that. It's good to have you here. Welcome. I hope you have a fantastic day at work. Thanks for joining us. And I appreciate the lurk. Oh, I see. If Chub Cheeks is a reptile antagonist and so is Rex, then it would make sense they were allied. Like if Rex was a secret agent under his command or something. Yeah. And who knows? Like, nobody knows how this is going to go. Like, we've got the character sheets and a basic bit of information about the characters on there, but there's a lot of gaps to fill in, a lot of mystery about these characters. So when the time comes and we introduce Chub and Rex to the story, I will be putting a poll up, and we will all make the decision on who exactly they are and how we meet them and stuff. So it'll be fun, but we will be making the main story is all going to be written via polls as well, but there'll be a lot of paragraphs for that. I'm glad there's no character limit on the polls. Speaking of work, I got to get back to it, but I will be lurking as well. Love you, Rose. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you, Fidge. I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope work goes well. I'm so glad that you're a character in this, Finch. It's exciting. I love her hair colour as well. She's got teal hair. It's the best. Is your stream mostly game dev? Well, this is my first game dev stream, but it's actually funny because I didn't know what category to put this in. I really struggled because although it is game dev, I think it's very much a sort of improvisation, creative role play, like fun sort of stream. It's not like the game. When I think game dev, I think of like very heavy code and programming, and the code and programming is going to be very minimal on this stream. Most of it's going to be writing together, coming up with stories, and I kind of wish there was a storytelling category, but I summed it up. It's game dev. That is what it is at the core. But it's different. It's unique, and there's nobody else doing this on Twitch. So I kind of want to email Twitch and tell them to create a category for me, but they probably wouldn't listen. And hi Salty, how you doing? I see you're a sub to Finch. It's good to meet you. How you doing, Salty? How is your week? I like to see Finch's email in my chat. I know that anyone who's a friend of Finch is a friend of mine. I look forward to all the lore. Yeah, lore. See, that is what this is about. If you want me to sum it up, it's basically D&D, but a game. We're kind of just coming up with things and crazy adventures, and it's kind of gonna be a typical fantasy really, but a crazy one. So it's kind of like a D&D but a game. I'd sum it up as that. Making an RPG, so exciting, I know. And it's great because I'm not even a coder. Like, I do know, I can get my way around basic code. But the good thing about RPG Maker is you don't have to be like hard pro. Like, anybody could do it. Like, you guys, if anybody here isn't a coder or has never made a game before, it wouldn't be hard to just buy this when it's on sale or when it's at a decent price and have a go at it. I've been messing around in this software since I was 11 years old because I'm a big old nerd. Have you used this software before? You learned it as you go. I first started in RPG Maker 2000 when I was 11, so yeah, a very long time ago, but I haven't religiously used it. I've sort of done bits and pieces in it over the years, so I can get my way around it. I understand how to use it and stuff, but a lot of it will be like relearning and learning because it's been a while. The last one I used, I think, was RPG Maker XP, and that was years ago before this. So yeah, it's kind of refreshing myself a bit. Have you used RPG? I'm assuming you know your RPG Maker binary. I take it you have. And thank you for the follow, Salty. I appreciate it. Yeah, I bought it not too long ago and I've been a little intimidated, but it seems so friendly. It is. And the community's great as well. There's a forum I go on and where everybody posts loads of assets, and there's even like a really good help forum, and if you've got a problem and you're stuck, people are always willing to answer questions. So it's got a very friendly, lovely community. Hi Games, how are you? Welcome to the stream, good to have you here. Does that tree have a face? It does. And if you look at one of the polls we've got, I think it's the second one actually. I think it's the second one on that list. If you click it, it's about the tree. The poll basically says, it's asking you guys to help me come up with the story behind the tree. Like, what is it here for? What does it mean? The sort of ideas we got so far is that it could be a god, could be like somebody people worship. It could be good. It could speak. Like, there's a lot of things it could do, but we don't know. So you guys, you can add any suggestions you have for it. Same with these graves. Who are these graves? Who do they belong to? What are the villagers like? They're the polls that we've got. I've never used it. I watch a few game dev streams, so I was just curious. I'm a game programmer from a small indie studio. I use a mix of Unity, and is that Unreal Engine 4? I've never seen RPG Maker before, so I will learn something by watching. Awesome. Well, it's glad to have you here. And I mean, RPG Maker, I never see anybody stream RPG Maker on Twitch. I think it needs to be streamed more. More people need to stream RPG Maker. So I'm hoping to inspire people. But yeah, it's very easy to use and it gets a lot of slack. It does. People are like, every game made in RPG Maker looks the same, but it doesn't have to. I mean, you can do your own assets if you want, but we are going to be using a lot of original and you know, your typical RPG Maker assets for this, because the project is just for a bit of fun. It's not anything I'm going to be selling. It's just something the community are going to be doing the silly thing we're doing together for a bit of fun and laughs, and it's all about storytelling, really. This is more than anything. It's an opportunity to tell stories and come up with some interesting lore together. Basically D&D, but a game, right? And I think RPG Maker is the perfect software to do that in. It's the tree they hang people from, which makes me sad. I mean, that could be true as well. I mean, that could be why the graves are there. That would be very dark. I mean, I'm very intrigued, because whatever gets the most votes on these polls will be the one we go for. And well, there could be a few. We'll go for whatever get the top ones that get the most votes. Because we've got a, like, on the describe the village as well, we've got like a massive list of adjectives, so we'll probably go for the adjectives that got the most votes. We won't just pick one, we'll pick a few adjectives. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm not like looking at any of them. I'm not getting attached to anything on the poll just yet, but I will be posting them on the Twitter. Here's the link to the Twitter right here. I will be posting the polls on Twitter after stream as well, and so you all get a chance to get votes in people that haven't had the chance yet, and I don't want anyone to miss out. And we'll keep the polls open a while, maybe a day or two, and then once they're closed, I'm going to actually start the first chapter of the story, and we will decide that together as well. It makes the trees sad, doesn't it? Oh right, okay, that's a bit less dark, Chubb. I read that and I automatically thought of the darkest thing possible, but yeah, that's a bit cute. Or even though it's still a bit dark because people are still getting hung, it's sweet. The tree ketters. Hangman's tree. But yeah, I'm intrigued. I added a few ideas myself to the parts, but mine are probably, I just thought of what came into my head first. That people could probably think outside the box even more than me, and I'm excited to see what you guys come up with. So I am going to keep spamming the chat with the polls so nobody misses out. I want everybody to vote, as many people as possible. All my ideas tend to be happy-go-lucky, and that's cute. Like, I don't know how this game's going to go, whether it's going to be dark, happy, or what. It might be a bit of everything, in my opinion. I think sometimes the happy options will top the polls, and sometimes some of the really bizarre things will top the polls, and it's going to go in many different directions. The Ungiving Tree. But yeah, it's very creative. Like, I don't even know why I added this tree to this map. I mean, the community voted on a small village as the starter thing for this game. We all decided small village was what we were going to begin on. And I was looking at the tile sets, which are here, by the way. I'll just open the tile sets. Basically, this is how it works with the assets in RPG Maker. You've got a collection of collection of assets, and you put them together on the editor. So I'm going to just ruin the map by doing it. Right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, but I'm going to definitely be doing some of that next time. We haven't had actually, I lie. We will get chance to do it this stream. I'm going to be doing the interiors of the buildings. So these 4 buildings here, I'm going to be making the insides of them. So you'll get to see me use the tile sets and put together the little cute insides. But yeah, basically, I looked at the tile sets and I saw a tree with a face on one of them. So once I saw that, where is it? Let's find the tree. It's here somewhere. I saw the tree and then I saw the face. I think the face is separate from the tree. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, I'm having a tree with a face on it. That is really interesting. And I just ended up coming up with the idea to make it be at the centre of the village. And the funny thing is, like, to leave and enter the village, people have to pass this area. It's like they always have to pass the tree, they're forced to. So that makes it kind of intriguing as well. The tree feeds off the dead bodies buried round it. Oh my god, that is really dark. I love it though. It's an ent and must be destroyed before it murders the whole village. Yeah, I actually have as an option on the poll, I added myself, secretly evil. The tree is secretly evil, which we don't know. I mean, the good might top the poll, so if it does, it won't be evil. But it's an idea, and if secretly evil does top the poll, then that means it will have to be a secretly evil tree. So who knows what will win? Who knows? I think the unknown is what makes this so exciting. Intriguing, good pun, silent. I like it. But yeah, I'm glad that we've got the polls now on the bot as a command as well. Definitely makes it much easier. So now that's all done and all our polls are done, I'm not going to look at them. It would be so easy to just stare at them all stream and read them all, but I'm not going to get attached to any ideas, because I know what I'm like, oh my god, I love that one, and then it wouldn't win, and then I'll be like, oh, so I won't be reading any of them yet. Grandmaster Cheeks planted it to wreak havoc. Yeah, who knows? It's going to be fun. Okay, I am hoping what's the date? It's Monday. At the latest, the polls will be closed Wednesday, I'd say, because I stream next on Wednesday, and I'll be playing The Sims on Wednesday, because at the moment I'm going to be just doing this on Mondays, and I will be gaming on Wednesdays and Fridays, my other stream days. And at the latest, I will shut the poll when my stream begins on Wednesday, and I might actually start the story in the Just Chatting stream on Wednesday as well, which could be interesting. That will be the interesting time when we start the story, because everyone will get to complete the sentence. Well, complete the paragraph, should I say, because it's going to be a little bit longer than a sentence. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see what comes up to complete the sentence. It's a smart idea not to read the ideas, but your reasoning is probably the opposite. Anything you get attached to would probably power every other option. Yeah, I don't want to be biased. The bias in that would be a problem too. So that's another reason why I shouldn't do that either. Staying neutral is good. Yeah, I think that's definitely the best way to do it. I do these polls and then I'm like, yeah, I'll leave that to you guys now, and we will look at the end. Like on Wednesday stream, my Just Chatting stream before I game, I will close the poll and I'll be like, okay, now I can look when the decision's being made. Although I might add a vote in myself. I might look at the poll and vote for any that I like the sound of. We'll see. But now the polls are done, I'm going to actually get on with some designing. And I designed this village last year in November, I think, just before TwitchCon. And so it's been a while, so I'm going to be a little bit rusty here, but we'll do it. So I'm going to do this a certain way, actually. I'm going to have all the interiors on the same map instead of separate maps. How big is this village? Let's have a look. It's 60 by 40. So I'm gonna do this. There's gonna be a lot of experimentation here because I'm not 100% sure how I want them to look, but we'll see. Okay, so I've just copied and pasted this one, and we're gonna, where's the black? gonna look while I feed the dogs and make myself some food. I hope it's yummy, Tetsu, and give your doggos a cuddle from me. Okay, so I'm just making everything dark at the moment. I'm leaving the buildings there though, because I kind of want to remember where they were. When the character enters a building, I don't want them to feel like it's a different place altogether. I want the building to match what it looks like on the outside, shape-wise. But they will be a bit bigger, because they always are. Like the insides of buildings, when you walk in them on games, they're always bigger than how they look outside. But that might mean I have to make the map a bit bigger. I don't know how I'm going to go about this. I definitely want to keep all the buildings on the same map though, because it's just tidier. I'm just deleting some event tiles that I put down. They're just the chimney smokes and the doors. Okay, for now I'm gonna just delete the rest. I've never designed anything on stream before, so this is really new for me. Okay, so we'll start with, what building should we start with? Maybe we should start with a simple building that's made up as a square, actually. It's difficult because the building does have to be bigger. I might actually do them separately now. I was going to do them on all the same tile set, but now I'm actually thinking of doing them on separate tile sets. It's actually easier to do that. Make them real big, yeah. They'll be okay size. I don't want them to like fill the whole screen up, sort of. I don't want them to be that huge. But hang on. 17 plus 30. A lot of it's going to be testing. Like I'm going to just put a building in, but we might have to resize stuff because I will have to do play tests. A lot of all this is play test, to be honest. And you're like, nope, don't like that. Cross off. Play test again. Nope. Gotta make the players spend a few minutes to travel through the building so they play the game longer. Yeah, I wonder how long this is going to be. But there's going to be side quests too. Like we're going to have a main quest which we're going to write up together and stuff. But there'll be like side quests too, and on that we're going to have the Discord channel where people can put ideas up for that. It's just so we've got record of it. Discord seems to be the best place for ideas, because on stream, it's like I said earlier, it's so easy for someone to say something awesome and then you've just completely forgot about it. But when it's on Discord, it's there, and you'll always have it there to be reminded. But damn, this stream has gone really quick today so far. Already been rambling on for 2 hours. Okay, so let's think how to do this. Right, we're going to start off with a square shape. I might change things as I go though, like what we have at the start might not necessarily be what we end up with. So, right, let's do a sort of square first of all. We want it to be a similar shape. So it's a square, but it's not. Looks like it's a little bit wider than it is in. Yeah, it's going to be bigger than this, way bigger. That's titchy. But yeah, there's like different ones. We can either have one that looks like this. we'll start with this size first of all. Whether it'll be made bigger or not, we'll see. Okay, so this is now we need walls. Just it looks like a little basic square so far. Never worry about ideas fading away. My belief is if I was able to come up with one great idea, I'll be able to come up with another. Do you see yourself as an ideas person, Silent? Okay, what wall shall we have? I'm going to be very fussy with deciding things like walls and what they should look like. It's gotta. We don't know what the villagers are like yet. The adjectives that top the poll. Like if, say for example, primitive ends up being one of the adjectives, then we will have to try and make the interior look a little bit primitive, if you get what I mean. So there will be a lot of changing going on depending on how the polls end up. But I mean, it's not like we're gonna have a really luxury inside, is it? That it's basically gonna look like your typical hut, your typical little forest shack. We'll just use that for now. And some people do it so you can actually see the walls, but I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that, because the player, it's not like the player would see the walls. I like the player to see what they would see. I'm not making sense. But yeah, so no widescreen TV. I know. It's a shame, isn't it? They're missing out on so much. They don't even have the internet. Poor souls. Poor village people. We got a nice wooden floor somewhere around here. I want the most like scruffiest floor we can have. I don't want a nice pretty floor. We'll have that for now, but hang on, that's more of a rug, isn't it? That might be more of a rug than a floor. I'll zoom in a bit so you guys can see it better. It all looks probably titchy on your screen like that. That's the grass. Just realised the time, no wonder my stomach is rumbling so much. I hope you get some yummy food, Silent. I mean, we could go for a sort of stony floor. I need to see pictures of forest huts. Give me some idea what it is that the floors are like. Where's that carpet one? Sometimes it can be hard to tell what's what on the tile section. You think, what's that? And you don't know until you put it down. Yeah, that floor looks a lot more posh. I'm still not sure about that floor. But I think we can use the paintbrush tool to... That's a wall. And I've used it as the floor. I used to do that when I was a kid. I'd use all the wrong tile sets for everything. Too posh. Maybe I should just use that, to be honest. I'm not sure about that wall still, actually. What is the wall of this building? Which one are we actually doing first? We'll do the item shop first. Really, maybe the wall should be the same as this. That would make sense. I think that's the same one. We're kind of different. We'll go for the one that matches the most. Probably that one. Probably that one. Okay. Now. Yeah, this is a simple square shape, so actually there's something I probably could do. Maybe this should... Oops, not that. Not sure whether go out, whether it would do that or whether we'd just have them enter there. Actually, I think that would disappear. I've got an idea how to do this. Let's edit it a bit. I think they only have it all go all the way around if you show the walls at the bottom. And now I'm not sure about the carpet. Now it looks like that. Have a wooden or stony floor. I want it to match with how... The possibilities are endless. Some of them don't look right at all. We can always go for a different tile set though. Is that even in the centre? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's at the centre. Okay, I mean, this is just a basic idea for now. I might completely change it after looking at it after stream, who knows. But because it's an item shop, we're gonna have to actually, is this what we're using? So I'm thinking I've done that because maybe one side we could have the till where the shopkeeper is, and the other side we can just have some shelves or things that show different items on shelves, because it is an item shop. It's not going to be empty, it's going to have loads of stuff in here. I'm still not sure about the floor though at all. It just doesn't look right, so Needs to look right. Let's have a look at what other tile sets we've got. Don't want to mess around with them too much because I'm sharing the same one as this one and it might change some assets if I do. But yeah, we'll just keep that floor for now. Okay, so a till. Well, a counter. Is it that one? Has to be a counter here. It might be on the next one, actually. The trees. I have returned. Welcome back, Silent. What yummy foods did you get yourself? I'm looking for the counter at the moment, so the shopkeeper can tell me I can't bloody find it. It's got to be in this area. Unless the tile set doesn't have one, but that would be preposterous. Might have to add one to the tile set. We're going to have to do a different one. So we'll call this one Forest Outside. We'll have to make them separate ones. Because if we use the same one as the Forest Outside for Forest Inside, it will mess them up. So this way we at least can get to change them a bit to our liking. We don't have to be stuck with assets we don't like. Egg sandwich, I love egg sandwich. Egg sandwich is my ultimate favourite. I had one yesterday. I had a turkey sandwich today. 2 eggs on the frying pan. Oh, a bagel as well. I like bagels. I like salmon on my bagels. Okay, now the choice. I hope you enjoy it, Sign. I hope it's very delicious. Have you got a drink with that egg sandwich? I think maybe this is the one. I don't know. We need to keep the same walls. That's important. Oh, this looks like a good inside. Where's it gone? Inside. Is it inside? It was that one. Use that one. And we need one that has a counter on it. If we don't have the assets, we'll have to search the internet for a counter, and there will be one because RPG Maker is absolutely everything. Well, most things. Anything it doesn't have, I will have to edit myself in Photoshop and do myself. I mean, I whipped up Rex's hat. I did that myself. So, Drizzle Haipu. Drizzles are cool. Once you become a drizzle, you get a bit more badass. You're a splash at the moment, but a drizzle's even more awesome than that. I can't see a counter anyway. We're gonna have to go through them all one at a time. None of those have counters. Ooh, they're the beds for the inn. Ooh, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. How are you guys doing? Hi, Top Bra. Top Braj. Top Bra. Thank you, Fantasia, for the host as well. How are you doing, Top Bra? Let's give you a shout out and see what you were doing. You were in science and technology. What were you doing, Top Braj? Tell me about your stream. And hi, Dr. Java. Welcome. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. You're making an RPG. That's awesome. I'm making an RPG too. I'm using RPG Maker MV, and this is just a very fun project. It's very much using, RPG Maker's pretty simple to use. It's a fun community project, and we're all writing a story together like the nerds we are. It's basically D&D, but a game version of D&D. And RPG Maker was the perfect software to use. Hey, why am I not following you? How are you doing, Java? How's your RPG? Tell us about your RPG. I'd love to know. How far are you through it? Interesting. Yeah, it's very different. This is my idea. I don't know anyone else who is doing this, but we're having fun. We're writing a story together, and we've made a lot of polls, which are here, and we're all deciding on how to take the story. And I've got a Twitter as well for the project if you guys are interested. We'll be posting stuff on there. And thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. I've been following you for some time now, but that I saw you're making a game. A raid was appropriate. Oh, thank you very much. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for thinking of me. And it's fabulous that you're making an RPG as well. More people need to make RPGs. Well, if you need pixel art or something, I'm up for community stuff if I'm not too busy. That's awesome. Well, because at the moment for this, I'm kind of using assets that either already exist or ones that others in the RPG Maker community do. I've even edited some assets myself, but because it could get really heavy and intense if I do all my assets for this as well. So I kind of knew it was going to just be fun, and we were going to be taking assets that already exist for this. But if you ever did want to, I mean, that would be cool too. I mean, everybody's joining in with this and putting in their little things. So it's called Fates of Art. That's awesome. Well over halfway. That's fabulous. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. I'll have a little glance at that trailer later. Thanks for sharing it with me. Well, good luck. Are you going to be going on Kickstarter or anything like that? We call that programmer art. If you need anything, I'll be more than happy. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for your kindness. That's very sweet. But I hope your game's going awesome. We've literally this is very much in the early stages. We've done some character sheets, and we're just starting the game off, really. And this is my first science and technology stream. It felt like the appropriate category to use. It was quite a struggle, actually, thinking of the right category, because I don't really think this is proper game dev, if you know what I mean. It's RPG Maker's quite simple to use compared to things like Unity and other softwares. And this stream isn't going to consist of loads of programming either. It's mainly just us being silly and writing stuff together and improvising and designing, a bit of level design as well. And hi Urag, how are you doing? RPG Maker is really fun. It's great to play around with. Yeah, and what I love about RPG Maker is anybody really can use it. As long as you're not as long as you can use programs, okay, you'll understand RPG Maker. And I've been using it since the very early 2000 edition, and it's been a while since I've really had a proper go at RPG Maker. It's been a few years. My last one was XP, but it is fun, and it's good to have you here, Urag. Thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate that. Java is my program language too. Oh, you're an actual programmer, Silent. That's really badass. I didn't even know. How could I not know? You just became my friend. Nah, but during my studies they taught Java, so Java is what you use. Awesome. I can just about get around code. If I can see a script and I can have a mess around with it, but I couldn't create one from scratch myself. But I admire anybody that can understand code and all that jazz. We're creating an inn at the moment. No, not an inn. We're creating an item shop. So I'll let you guys have a little look. This is my character creation screen. I did the character creation thing myself. I made a YouTube video for that because there wasn't currently a plugin for character creation and RPG Maker, not a custom one anyway, not one that fitted exactly what I wanted. So I made my own for that, and it was quite easy really. All it involved was a bunch of conditional branches and stuff. I just did all of that, and then once you've done your character, we get moved to a small village, and this is what we're making at the moment. And we got a lot of polls on the village, what we're going to call it, and the backstory of the village, what the villagers are like. So we're all deciding that at the moment, waiting for everyone to get their votes in on the polls. So there we go. Feel free to have a vote, guys. Have a look at the ones you like and add your own if you wish. I'm really excited to have a proper look at them. Welcome to the game dev community. Thank you, Java. I appreciate that. You're pretty confident that you can make basically anything. That's awesome, Silent. I like that confidence. You use C in Unity, C#. Awesome. Sorry, I've been having to lurk and work. Did you make all of these assets? No, Salty. I don't want anyone to think that this is all me. But I have a document. Hang on, let's get that up. Get Google Docs up. I've been making edits of some of them. The Finchfish, I made a slight edit actually. Here's Finchfish's character. For example, the Swedish beard. This guy, well, he was heavily edited. Beard wanted a really long beard, and he wanted one eye to be blue and one to be yellow. So I did make a bit of an edit on him, and on Finchfish as well, because she wanted a sort of fish scale head accessory. But all of it is for assets from the RPG Maker community. And gosh, it would take me absolutely forever, guys, if I was doing all that myself. I mean, I've done graphic design. I could probably give it a go, but it would take a long time. And because this is a casual project for fun, which I've got in the title. I want to make it clear it's just for fun. It's not like a serious, it's not like this is going to be on Kickstarter or going to be going to market or anything. It's just for fun. It's going to be free to play, and it's just for some light-hearted community fun. Finch. Do you do game devs by any chance? Yeah. It'd be awesome if you made a game, Silent. If you could make anything. I think you should. I work with a great artist, and every time people go on my stream and say, wow, your art is great, I have to explain it's not me, and kills you a bit inside. Don't worry, Top Braj. People seem to, I think sometimes it can, they get a game, it's hard for one person to do everything, if you know what I mean. Like Stardew Valley, that was made by one person, and that's absolutely insane, because most projects aren't like that at all. We work together, multiple people. It's very ambitious if one person's doing all the art, all the code. So yeah, that would be hard work. And hi Hayley, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. You are wonderful too. I can make a game, but I don't want to make games. I make music. Awesome. What sort of music do you make, Silent? Do you do video game music? I was made by one person over a span of 6 years. Yeah, can't make music, but I make game. What, your game was made just by you, Java? Have you done it all? I mean, that's anybody, one person that's made a game. It's very special if anybody can do that, because it's so time consuming, and you need to be multi-skilled as well. I mean, Stardew Valley is just one off the top of my head I can think of, but there's definitely others out there. It's just more rare. Trying to do everything yourself is a problem I have. I'm slowly trying to get better at reaching out to people to help with certain things. Yeah, sometimes like collaborate. I mean, if I was going to do this myself, it would take a decade. it's you know, it's just a fun thing. It's just fun, and I am actually writing my own game at the moment, and that is one I will want to put on Kickstarter eventually. That probably won't be for another year or plus until that starts coming out. That's very much in its basic concept stages, but I do have a huge interest in game dev in general, and I can do art and design, but it takes me forever to do. Like, I did my emotes on this channel, but they took me forever to do. So just imagine doing all the assets for a game, how long it would take then. I think it takes a very special person to be able to pull that off. Oh, indeed, Salty. A big commitment. Huge commitment. Take pride in doing things alone. You wouldn't be able to pay me to help me work on my things. Yeah. Excited. Silent knows he's good. It's good to be confident and know you could do stuff, but at the same time, it's so hard. It's so easy to doubt yourself as well sometimes. I understand that, Finch, for sure. But yeah, this is my document. I got this up so you guys could see. Yeah, I've basically said it just for fun, and I've got a blog on this as well that states that, and because I'm in the game dev category and stuff, it's so easy for people to think, oh my gosh, is this game, are you selling this game? Is it going to be are you going to be putting it on Kickstarter and something? It's like, no, this is just for fun. It's just a community fun project, and that's definitely what I want people to understand as well. I understand that many like to work on big group projects. Yeah, traumatic, oh gosh, at school, because it was always with kids that you didn't like. But it's nice when you can have a community that you're all like-minded and get on, then it can be an absolute blast. And I think that's mainly why I'm doing this, because it's a way to bring the community together and all get involved in something, because we all love video games here, and most of us love RPGs that come to my stream as well, and because that is my genre. I love RPGs. That's what I always stream. Most games that I play on Twitch are RPG ones. So it's a chance to have a bit of RPG fun. You've been both a teacher and a student. That's awesome. You're welcome for doing the project for you. I think Java and Silent are going to be awesome friends. Okay, so what were we doing? Oh yes, we were sorting out our tile sets. It's so easy to lose track, isn't it, to think, hang on a minute, what was I doing? Because I'm very chatty. I talk to chat a lot. We're doing an item shop, so we're building an item shop at the moment, and I'm looking for a counter because none of the assets in here seem to have counters. So if they don't, that means I'm going to have to go on the internet to find a tile set that does. I mean, part of me wonders whether the one I've used for the floor is the counter, actually. Let's sort that out, put a different floor there. Because I'm being known to do that. I've put the wrong thing as the floor, the one that isn't even meant to be a floor. Just put that there a sec. Okay, is that the counter? I think that is actually meant to be the counter, you know. Although I don't like this floor, I want it to be a different one. But actually we won't put the counter, we'll do it there. We'll change the floor though. I want it to be a sort of more wooden or stony floor. Student presentations. Oh no, I'm getting flashbacks now. Okay. I did change a tile set, but I can't find it. There was a wooden floor one. Oh, hang on. I know what I need to do. I need to change it to that one. Yeah, now it's messed them all up. I think it's got rid of our counter now, though. This is why we'll need Photoshop sometimes, because there might be certain ones we want to use. We might have to merge some together. I'm going to head off and prep dinner for the wife. See you later. I hope you enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for your raid. I appreciate it. And have a fabulous Monday. And don't forget to check out the trailer for the game, guys, that was posted in chat. I'm looking forward to having a look. I feel like I know exactly what I'm doing when working on something, so that I almost never see unexpected behaviour. That's really good, Silent. You seem very capable. I'm pretty much one of these people that have to like mess up to before I know what I'm doing. Very much like that, me. Yeah, I don't think this tile set has a counter because it's a big silly. Is that... I bet there's a better floor here. I swear I saw one. I'm blind, I can't find it. I think what I might do is actually switch back to the old tile set, and I might later on go in Photoshop and add a wood one that I like to here. That's what I'm going to do. So for now we'll just stay here. But I'm definitely not going to use this floor. It's more a carpet. I know what other ones there are though. Trying to figure out your accent. I love it. It sounds familiar. Thank you, Java. Now I'm a bit more south of Newcastle. I'm in the Midlands. I'm in the West Midlands. I appreciate the compliment. Alaskan. You guys are funny. I'd love to live in Alaska. Be a bit cold, but I'd like to be cozy by the fire. Yeah, there's definitely not enough floors on this tile set. It's a silly. We could just have a stone one, but I'm not sure if any of them go with the walls. Oh no. But this is it's going to be a temporary one. This is. It's a bit. Yeah, I'd want a darker one if I'm gonna. That looks a bit. No. I'm fussy. Well, it wasn't far off. Yeah, at least you knew I was from England. Some people don't come in the stream, and I've had one say, ask if I'm French. one if I'm from Australia. Yeah, I don't think I sound very French at all. Not at all. Nope. Okay, so I'm just gonna add some shelves, I think, and some items. So this actually does look like an item shop. I'm not keen on what it looks like at all so far, but it's mainly the floor that's bothering me, if anything. Right, some shelves. We are going to change the floor. We not got any shelves? No. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Okay, right. We will have to. Where is it? Copy and paste. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a separate one. Need to make sure we don't pick one that makes the assets change though. You knew it was in Cambridge, you've been there. I've had people ask if I'm from London as well. That's been another one. I think people overseas, British people sound more similar. But for people who actually live in Britain, we can understand the difference with the accents more. Because there are a lot of accents here. There's so many. Okay, let's go through and find one that's got shelves and pretty items. That looks a bit of a futuristic one. We want it to look very foresty. Oh, you're from Belgium? That's cool. That's awesome. I like Belgian chocolate. I've not been to Belgium though. I've been to, the only European countries I've been to are France and Germany and Spain. Lived for a couple of months in Cardiff during your masters. Oh, that's cool. Did you like it in Cardiff? Did you like England? We have to. Oh, okay. Maybe this is the one. I see shelves with things on them, but I don't see many items. I'm definitely not going to be satisfied by these tile sets we've got. I'm gonna go out hunting the internet for more, I think. Ooh. That one's a pretty good one too, because we've got some armour things on that one. And that'll be good for the armour shop. Yeah, actually maybe we should make the armour shop one first. Have we picked a name yet? Rex. We've got the poles here on a command. If you want to have a little look at them all. We've got loads of poles now. So I haven't looked at any of the polls, so I'm having a surprise afterwards. I'm probably going to close the polls on Wednesday, so people get a chance to vote. I'm going to put them up on Twitter as well. Just a single pub right next to the campus, but people are a lot less kind there. Oh no, I'm sorry that people weren't very nice. Some people in Britain can be a bit thuggy, I have to say. I'm not though. I'm not a thug at all. I wish every country was like England, then I can understand what everyone was saying. Can you understand my accent, Silent? Some people don't, you know. Not many, most people do, but I have had some people come in and say they can't understand me. I absolutely hate London. As soon as you go, it's like you get anxious. I'm the same, Java. I've been to London several times, and it's a bit crowded for me because I live in quite a quiet village. It's a little bit more rural. So it's not completely rural, but it's definitely a lot more rural than London, and it's just too busy there. It stresses me out as well. It's a heavy accent from my perspective, but it's no issue at all to understand. That's good. I'm glad. And yeah, I do have a strong accent. I'm proud of it though. Everybody likes it here. I feel like criminals are watching my back pockets constantly over there. Yeah, it is a little bit rough, certain parts of London. Hated it and made me very happy to live near farms now. Oh yeah, it's so much nicer living somewhere a bit quieter. I need to. I'm not a fan of crowds at all. I'm just happy being in a room with a computer, if I'm honest, and the internet. You have the same in Brussels as well. Oh no, I think everywhere you go, you're gonna get that, aren't you? Okay, so what were we doing? Where's our lovely armours that we were going to put down? Oh, we gotta change it. I keep forgetting. Oh, there we go. I keep forgetting. I always forget what I'm doing. Avoid Brussels at all costs now, but that's mostly due to some political topics you won't discuss on chat. Not in a happy place like this. Oh yeah, we're a happy place here. We're all really lovely, and we don't argue or fight. And politics is definitely something that can cause that. In my house, my family, I've told them that we have to stop talking about politics. It's a rule in our house not to, because we always argue all the time. No, this isn't right. That's too small. Right, I'm not satisfied with the tile sets we've got at all. I will be looking at the internet. I'll be going on the RPG Maker forums to find the look of some things that fit my needs better. I am not satisfied with what I've seen. So I wanted some armour, like, because for an armour shop you gotta have that, but they're just too small for what I want. I would rather some big ones that were more like that. So, but this is pretty good though. If we do the item shop, we can have things like this on the counter. You might get lucky in Open Gamer. Oh yeah, I've been on that site before. To be fair though, the RPG Maker forums are very good because it has to be for RPG Maker because it has to fit the tile set thing. I mean, otherwise it would require a lot of editing to get everything right, which I could do, but it's just time consuming. Oh man, I'm a drizzle. Congrats, Silent. That's awesome. Badass drizzle. Not gonna lie, this is pretty great. What, being a drizzle? You like being a drizzle? You wouldn't choose to live in a city, there are no upsides. Yeah, there isn't. The only upsides of living in a city is if you work and you can just immediately get to your place of work. But other than that, no. Hi Kaneko, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good week. How's it going? You guys are the best. But I'm at a point now where I'm designing these interiors and I am not satisfied. I will be doing some of this off screen. because I could go on Google now and look for assets, but I know that sort of thing's going to take time. That sort of stuff could be a bit monotonous, and just trying to think what else I could do other than the interiors. Because we've got the poles. I mean, I could look at the poles and see what's topping the poles at the moment, even though I promised I wouldn't, so I'm reluctant. One thing I could do is this. This is something I could do with doing as well. The tile sets here, we have to click what's passable and what isn't, because at the moment my character can just walk straight through the lake and over the trees, so we could do that now actually. Hang on. One, we need to move the character somewhere better though, because they're in a silly place. So yeah, I need to get the event editor up in a window capture, so I might do that now actually, so you guys can see that. Window capture and event editor. I hope this works for all events. I don't want a bazillion window captures for every single event we've got in the game. That would be hell. So let's put that there for now. But this is basically, if you was curious about how it just looks like a load of it's just a load of variables and stuffs. Let's just put our character somewhere good first. I mean, we don't know where our character's going to be. They might be in the inn, they might be in the tavern, they might be entering the village, they might be doing something completely new. We'll have to see. But for now, I'm going to just stick them there, just so we can see what it looks like. Oh, let's catch up with chat. I'm bloody behind. Been having heavy winds for the last 2 days. Yeah, Java, I've not been out of the house in weeks. It's so unhealthy, isn't it? I basically live in my room, so I don't even know what the winds are like. It's too cold to go out at the moment. It's way too cold. Interesting thought, if players only go to the into item shops just to open up the shop interface, does having decoration matter all that much? That's a good point, Silent. I think the whole immersion thing, feeling like you're actually walking in a shop and seeing things, it can make it more interesting, but it certainly can work like that too, so you can just walk in and the menu pops up. But we're also going to have a tavern and an inn, and I suppose it'd be nice to, well, we're definitely going to be making a tavern. It adds extra time, makes it a bit longer, more work to do, but I mean, this is why I have days off stream. I don't stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays or on weekends, so I have some time to do a little bit of interior designing off stream, and then I'll be like, look, this is what I've done, guys. And I will be doing some YouTube videos. I'll be there is I will say now, I am going to be doing another YouTube video of how I did the forest, because I do have a recording of the forest from beginning to end. The design of it, so from when it was just nothing, a blank screen, to how I built it. It's like going to be like a time lapse sort of thing, so I'm going to put that up on YouTube if anybody at all is intrigued by it. And some people are, because RPG Maker surprisingly has a pretty big community, and I'll probably do the same with the interiors as well, so we'll see. And anyway, let's catch up with chat. I voted on everyone. I'm proud of my suggestions. What did you vote for? Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked at the poll, so I don't even know. It's a question of immersion, but I feel like main immersion tool will be the story. It will, Silent, for sure. The story is going to be the best thing for this. Although I do want the game to be pretty, don't get me wrong. I don't want it to be an ugly piece of ass. Actually, things like that are not that hard to do, yet they make for a very different feel. Yeah, I kind of want it, like, for my own, like, personal pleasure, doing a bit of interior level design and all that would be quite fun for me. And although it's been a bit of a pain in the ass today because I haven't got the right tile sets, I do know I will have fun doing that. So I kind of don't want to skip over that, if you know what I mean. The only time I've ever messed with RPG Maker was back on the PS1, and it was pretty limited. Oh gosh, yes, the console version was very basic because you can't put any like custom content in it or anything. You just had to use what was there. So it's very, very good on the PC. Your suggestions are building a story on their own, except Chicago. You put Chicago there? Was it not liked? Is it not a popular choice? Unless Sacrifice is not Chicago. No. You're going to be making spaghetti for the family? I hope you enjoy that. Spaghetti is a lot of resting steps, as you call them. Oh, yeah. I hope you enjoy your spaghetti. I had a bolognese the other day, actually. Have a good one. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by along with that raid. I appreciate it, Java. I would pay for an RPG with Cell Block Tango in it. What's Cell Block Tango? I'm sorry if that's an absolute noob question. I don't even know. That would be epic. But yeah, I've not looked at the polls, guys. I'm gonna put it back. I want everybody, like, if anyone's lurking or somebody might have missed and not voted, I want everybody to get a chance. So I'm gonna sometimes enter that command. So yeah, those are our polls of the week. We will be having another poll, but it's a different poll. That the poll that we'll be doing will be the actual main story poll, and it's difficult to explain how that's going to work when there's no example to show you, so I guess you'll have to wait and see. But I'm thinking of doing that in my Just Chatting stream on Wednesday. There's a little segment, we have a chatting time before stream begins when we play The Sims on Wednesday, and I might actually do that then. So I'm excited. I'll probably close the polls then as well. Definitely look up the song if you can, Rose. Oh, it's from the musical Chicago. I've heard of the musical, but I've not seen it, so I'm a noob. But what was I doing? Problem is with me, I'm doing something and then I start talking to Chan and I'm like, hang on, what was I doing? I feel like I need to make notes so I don't forget. It'll come to me in a sec. What was I doing? I know it was to do with the interiors, but there was something specific that I was I was gonna do all this section, like put what was passable and what wasn't. That was it. That was right. What was I doing? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna we'll go on the character creator again. Let's just pause the music. We'll do a play test. Let's get the play test up, guys. So those of you that have recently come in and haven't seen this before, now is your chance. Oh, there's a crack in one of the walls in the village. I've just noticed. I totally didn't put it there on purpose. You have to look very closely to notice that crack in the wall. There could be, I wonder if there's going to be a story or a side quest behind that. Okay. Yeah, we have to go through this every time. I'm going to have to put a save point in the village so we don't have to constantly go through the character creator every single time. LOL, the infamous crack in the wall. I remember when I showed you the screenshot, Rex, of our forest, and the first thing you noticed was the crack. You were like, what's that crack? Like, you saw it before even the grass, I think. I thought it was like the first thing you saw. You must have very good observation skills. You haven't played Nier Automata yourself? It's a good game. I'm always getting lost in it though. But it's good. It's got an intriguing story. It practically copied Raindrop Chronicles. Oh, did it? Did it now? Wait, you can program a character creation. I did this myself, Kaneko. I'm very proud of it. If you're curious, if you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see me talk about it. I discuss how I made it and stuff. So it's got 800 views. I'm pretty happy with it. It's getting more views every day. But I did it. So it's the only RPG Maker video I've got on my YouTube channel, but I'm going to get some more up there over time. Is your YouTube name the same as here? Yeah, it's in my panels as well. There's a link to my YouTube in my panels, so if you're curious, have a little peek. It wasn't too hard to do, actually. I mean, I'm very basic with my code knowledge, but all it was a bunch of variables and conditional branches, if statements and stuff, really. That's all it was. Because I was hoping there was already a plugin in existence for a custom character create, but there wasn't. There was a few, but there weren't really what I was after. So I had to do it. I had to do it myself. Will this game have a narrator? Can Rex do the narrations? Who knows? Like, this is kind of a narrator in a way, isn't it? Like this mysterious character creation voice. So if something like that ever popped up from time to time, it could be possible. All depends on how everything goes, I guess. Going to add a mage class at some point. We have a sorcerer. One of our characters, Beard, Swedish Beard, wanted to be a sorcerer, so he is. So if you're actually curious, you will be able to be a character if you've had a certain amount of hours on the stream. You have to have 120 hours, and if you've hit that, you can fill in a form to be a character. We've got about 11 at the moment, but I think there's a few people still filling in forms. Hi Kindled, how are you doing? I hope you're doing good. How are things? Are they better? Sending you my hugs. I can finally make a stream. It's good to see you. I hope things have improved. Would you do Old Man Bastion style? I've not played the game Bastion. You could I could see a YouTube video with though. If you want to show me one. Be intrigued to see. Is that got a narrator then? Yes, I'm ready. I'd want to be a character, yeah. You'd be surprised by how quickly you can rack up the hours. I recommend a dam to make a stream. What do you mean a dam? What's a dam? Meant that if I played this, I'd want to be a mage or healing class. Oh, okay. Well, basically, you can only be a warrior or a hunter, because the reason why is because it would have took forever. Don't get me wrong, this custom character thing took a long time to do. That's why I've only got the choice of 2 classes, and all the males have beard. Well, there's the option to have a beard if you do a guy, if you do a male, and that took even longer because I had to add beards to every single face and hairstyle and clothing outfit. So yeah, I had to do double the assets just to add a hunter. So if I added another, I'd have to do double the assets again. There's like hundreds of assets. So yeah, that's why I only limited it to 2. But because the Swedish Beard is already a mage, I think that's why I picked warrior and hunter, because we didn't currently have a warrior and hunter in the party. Yeah, we've got 5 playable characters other than the custom hero. So we're having a mixture of classes. We've got sorcerer. What special stream can again? He's a knight. Sorcerer, knight, herbalist, vampire. I'm the vampire. And what's the other one? Jerez is a diplomat. So I thought Okay, warrior or hunter seem like ones we could go for. But white mage as well. Yeah, we need a healer actually. We need a healer for sure. I think the problem is, yeah, once you start adding different options, different classes, it's just more work, more code, more assets. So for simplicity, I just had the 2. This is embarrassed, but I can't tell if that was sarcasm or not. What was sarcasm? I've been rambling on and I've completely forgot what I've said. What's the game about? We've got a command, project command. But I need to do more commands. This is my first ever stream of this, so things are pretty basic at the moment. I've not organised it as well as I could, but we do have a project commands, and that just goes to the Twitter. So because it's that's where everything's going to get posted, that's probably the main thing. But we do have a blog page as well, and we have a Google Doc that explains everything, but there's a link to the doc on the pinned tweet. But I do need to make it a bit clearer for people to get to that. You like playing healer and support characters? That's cool. Yeah, I've kind of, warrior and hunter are like, you know, your typical ones, I guess. But I'm sure we will probably get a healer join us in the party, because you will be sort of playing as all of them really. Like, even though the protagonist, the hero, isn't a healer, you're controlling all the party like you do in a normal RPG. So as you control the party, you kind of are a healer in a way, even though the hero isn't one. Hopefully that makes sense. I wanted you to know that I still to this very day randomly start singing This Is the Song at the start of the stream. Silent and Lost loves Rex, everyone. Like, Careless Rex is Silent and Lost's hero. And Silent and Lost wants to actually be a character in this game that is Rex's minion, and I love it. I think it's amazing. For the viewer characters, are they NPCs? Anybody that you can be whatever you want. You can either be a playable character, a major NPC, or a minor NPC. If you click the Google Doc that is on the Twitter, I wish I had the link on me, it would make it so much easier. I do need to make a command for it, I really do. It'll say everything on there. It's got the links to the forms that need to be filled in as well. Silent is just a cool person. But yeah, someone like Sig only wanted to be a minor NPC, so he filled in the minor NPC form. So, because not everybody wants to be a playable character. I wanna be a major NPC. Yeah, I can't wait for you. I mean, I wish everybody that came in stream could be a character, but we would like have hundreds of characters if we did that. So that's why I put a cap on it. But because this is such a long-term project, characters are going to be introduced in the beginning, in the middle, later on. So it's there's no rush at all. If you've not got the enough hours to be a character yet, don't worry. This will be going at a slow pace, so you'll get your chance. Want to be the owner of a brothel? That'll be good. I'm sure there will be a brothel place in some town somewhere. But yeah, so for now our character's just been teleported to there, but I haven't set, like at the moment she can just walk across the water and all over the trees because I haven't made them passable, so that is something I've got to do so we can actually walk around like it's a normal village and not be like Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm gonna have to make a save point as well, just so it's easier to get back to this screen. Okay, let's get that off. Back here. NPC. That's clever, Rex. There's so, like, you guys can, like, literally be anything you want to be. Like, Sig chose to be a character in Oblivion, like, for himself. Just, you can be whatever you want. Within reason. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. I need to get some milk in a bit. Thank you for the retweets as well, Hero, Fantasia and Rex. I appreciate you guys. You guys are wonderful. What if you got embarrassed by lewd things like that really easy? Like I said, like, lewd things in this game will be allowed to assert, like, as long as it doesn't go over PG-13. Like I think we can, like, brothels and that are totally fine, and to a certain extent the dialogue will be okay, like, as long as it doesn't, like, start getting extremely, you know, we don't want to go too far with the content, but we can allow it in a small degree. We can allow it. I'm not against adding a brothel. My brothel will be the lowest thing. Yeah, I'm excited to create the map, guys. That's one thing I'm excited about. And to be honest, once we get out of this small village, like, there's obviously going to be a forest around this area, and that's probably going to be the first dungeony field place we're going to be, like the forest around this area. But we're going to want to know what's outside this forest, so I'm probably going to do a basic map of things, and we'll decide what different regions and areas will be called, and what the settlements and towns and that will be called, and we're going to have a lot of different things, and we'll visit all the places. You can imply lewdness, not just describe it. Exactly, Silent. It's about how it's done, isn't it? All my girls showing adventures a good time. Yeah. I mean, The Witcher 3 has it. The Witcher 3's got all that. Oh man, the map making stream is going to be super fun. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I mean, I don't know whether there's some software for map making that'll make the process a lot simpler, but I don't mind, like, doing my own kind of map. But although it would, yeah, I guess I've never done map design before, but I would definitely be intrigued to have a go. Oh yeah, what was I doing? I was gonna, yeah. Yeah, basically, if there's a cross there, it means you can't walk over it. And if there's a circle, it means you can. So, we need to make sure with all the water ones, we've got a cross. All of those are water ones, I think. It's going to take a bit of testing. The star, I think the star means you can go under it, I think, which is probably best for that bit. To be honest, it's probably best that you can go under or behind the whole top of the tree. I'm not going to do all of this now, I'm going to just do it a bit at a time. All I'm thinking now is, as long as you can't walk over the trees, the water, or the buildings, and the cliffs, of course. There is a bunch of cool world map generations to give you an idea. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. You were a dungeon master in D&D? That's badass. But yeah, like that would make sense, because people that do that in D&D and stuff, I know that Canon uses a map sort of generator thing for his D&D, because he's who I play D&D with. He's our DM. Did you see what I said, Rose? I'll have a little look. I'd want to either be a healer in the party or maybe a priestess at one of those churches you've seen some RPGs that let you revive your characters, although I know the latter is a very old-fashioned RPG concept and isn't used much these days. Well, don't worry, you can be whatever you want to be, Kaneko. Like, this is going to be a game that makes no sense in a way. Like, there's going to be a mess of concepts, I'm sure there is. It's not going to be all one genre or one theme. It's going to be a mishmash of things, and because everybody's going to want to put their own spin on it, aren't they? So it's definitely going to be a bit weird, but I like that it's going to be a mishmash of different things. So yeah, we might even get a bit of sci-fi, but then we'll go to traditional fantasy and stuff, but I still want it to kind of make sense. Like, as long as the plot makes sense, it doesn't matter if the setting's a bit bizarre or unusual. The church is like the opposite of my place. Exactly. We got polar opposites there. Oh, sorry, I missed what you mentioned due to an internet issue. I think I catch something about you playing D&D yourself. Yeah, I'm playing a D&D campaign at the moment, and my DM uses a sort of map generator thing for his, I think. But so I know there's definitely stuff like that out there, which is really handy. But I haven't really looked into what ones there are. But I definitely, I mean, if you've got some links, I'd love to see. Silent, feel free to post them in the Discord. Yeah, and I'm surprised I even wanted to do it, because I'm usually sceptical of religions in JRPGs. Religion can be a fun thing to explore in fiction, though, sometimes, because you can create your own and be like, it's just a way to be creative, isn't it? It's fun. But yeah, I mean, if you're able to ever be a character in this game, then yeah, you can be a healer. You can make your character a healer. And that if you want to go for a playable character, then you will actually get to play as them. That's the thing. It's just going to be like a normal RPG, just like Persona and Final Fantasy. There's a band of adventurers, isn't there? There's like you get around 6 to 8 people that join your party, and you get a chance to play as them all at some point. You switch them out, and so yeah, we're gonna. Even though our protagonist is just a warrior or a hunter, you can still be a mage, you can be a herbalist, you can be a diplomat, because those are our playable characters so far, but I'm sure there's going to be more. I've got like a massive list of classes. We've got some really creative ones. So I'm hoping eventually we'll get a huge amount of playable characters and use up all those classes. Eventually. Can I be the hot nurse from Persona, lol? You could be whoever you want. Like, seriously, like you just describe who they are in the form and fill in the form, and I'll make that character. I'll do, because there's a character generator thing, and sometimes I have to edit the assets a bit, like Rex for his character, his reptile character. He wanted a hat on his, so I made a hat and put it on his reptile. So, because there wasn't actually a hat that existed in the asset, so I had to do my own on Photoshop. But I think it looked alright, actually. I don't really have too many links. I just Google it usually. Yeah, that's another thing. Google is good for that. Being a dancer could be fun too. Yeah, we have a dancer one as well. Dancer is I mean, I don't know if you guys have looked at the form. I'm not actually sure you can look through the classes on the first page. You might have to, but I could take a screenshot for you guys or something at some point and show you all the ones that I've listed. But I think dancer is one I've got as a possible class for sure. I'd want to use a fan weapon if I was a dancer in the party. A dance at the strip club, lol. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that could be where we meet your character if she is a dancer. Because you guys get a lot of control over this. Like when we write the main story, you'll get to finish off the incompleted paragraph and stuff. Like, I'll write the paragraph, but it'll be unfinished, and you guys will be allowed to add your own suggestions, and we'll vote for the one that tops the poll as the one we go forward with. So I'm sure everybody's going to get their opportunity to have their story go their way. I treat my girls right. I can't be bothered to do that bit for now. It's too much hard work, that bit. So I'm going to do that bit off stream. The interiors I'm going to do off stream as well, because I was starting them and I'm not a fan of any of the assets, so I'm going to have to go hunting Google for some better assets, and I might have to do a bit of editing myself. But before next Monday, because I'm going to be streaming this next Monday as well, I hope to have got the interiors done. But we're not going to we'll make the NPCs. We'll make the NPCs next week, I think. And we might even start doing some of the dialogue and story writing and with the NPCs as well. The first part of the dialogue with the hero. We might do that next week as well. But before we do that, the polls have to be decided. We have to vote on them polls, and then we'll know what direction the story goes in. So on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing the story in the Just Chatting stream. I'm going to be writing the first part of the first chapter. Gonna head off, have fun and take care, everyone. Kaneko, thanks for hanging out with us, and I'm super excited about what sort of character you'd like to be. And Kindled. I like to hear people's ideas. We can have such a mishmash of things. It's fabulous. And on Wednesday I will be playing The Sims, and on Friday I'll be playing Nia. So basically this has replaced our Final Fantasy 14 streams for now. Final Fantasy 14 I'm having a bit of a break from because of burnout, and I think today Mondays are the perfect day for this. You know what, if you think about it design wise, it makes a lot of sense to really try to make the first location as good as you possibly can. That way you set the precedent for the rest of the year. Yeah, and I think I'm quite happy with it. I mean, I've never really done I messed about in RPG Maker when I was very young, but when I made dungeons and villages, they looked like but they look bad, honestly. Like, I wish I had a game to show that I did when I was young, but unfortunately I don't. So compared to then, what I've done here is pretty decent, and considering it's my first proper attempt at level design and all that. But yeah, I'm really excited to do the rest of the forest outside of this bridge as well, because that's going to be the area where we're going to fight some enemies. And but you'll see where I take the story, because I'm starting it off, but you guys get to decide where the story goes, and I'm hyped. So make sure you're here on Wednesday for the start of Wednesday's stream if you're interested in that and seeing what that is. But I will leave that poll open for a couple of days as well. So you will, even if you don't get to make the stream, as long as you're following the Twitter and stuff, you'll be able to. You won't miss out. I would be worried about the first aspects of the game worked on would be lower quality than the later section. I mean, I'm not too I'm full of burps. I'm not too fussed about it, because it's not like anybody's buying this game. It's just a fun project. It's not like I'm expecting it to be absolute perfection. Like, if people were spending the money and it was my original creation, I would be making sure it was perfection. But because it's just a light-hearted bit of fun, this project, it can be a bit rough around the edges. It doesn't have to be absolutely incredible, but I'm gonna do my best. I want it to be decent. I don't want it to be an absolute mess of a thing. I want it to be polished for sure. I don't want it to have bugs. I want it to be enjoyable to play. That's the main thing. Is this the next Undertale? Oh my gosh, Kindled. To be honest, the other game I'm making is a bit more like Undertale, probably, because I'm actually working on another game as well, but that's not even, the design for that's not even begun. It's just in the writing stages at the moment, and that's one that's going to be my original game. So, but yeah, that's the thing with music, need to make the hub and final boss the best songs on the OST. Yes, and I found a really good composer that I'm going to use a lot of the sound and music for. It's like he's got some really pretty RPG tracks, and he's got a really good variety too. He's got dungeon ones, he's got field themes, and I like that the music he's got. He's got a very big collection too, and it's royalty free and stuff. So out of what I've found, this is definitely the best one. I like creating characters and throwing rough ideas around, but I'm not good at writing. Yeah, and I think that's, I mean, it's not like you have to be an amazing writer for this. It's just meant to be fun. It's meant to be weird, and it's meant to be a bit bonkers. So yeah, it's just a chance for the community to come together really and enjoy contributing to something and making something, and that's what this is all about. You should make your own music. Oh gosh, I'd love to. Like, I've messed around in programs like FL Studio and that, but learning music, composing music, it's another skill set altogether, but it's definitely something I've played around in, but I've never been able to compose a track myself. It's a very ambitious thing to do, especially if you want to do it well. Totally not biased, by the way. Yeah, Silent and Lost is a music composer, and I'm sure he's very good as well. I'd love to hear. If you want crazy writing, you should watch some Trigger shows. Yeah, this is going to be bonkers. Like I said, it's all a mishmash of ideas at the end of the day. Some people will say it's one thing and others another. So it will be bonkers. Silent is a master music maker. Did you hear that, Silent? Did you hear what Rex said? But yeah, guys, I mean, I've been rambling on a lot at the moment and not really doing much in here because I'm at a point where I'm a bit stuck now. There's a lot of stuff I want to do off stream. I wanted to do all the interiors today for the item shop, the armour shop, the inn and the tavern, but it hasn't happened. But it's totally fine because that happens in the creative process. Sometimes we don't get everything done that we want to, but sometimes things can go better than we expect as well sometimes. Right now you're more like a poet. Oh, you write lyrics as well? That's pretty badass. But I kind of want to look at the polls. I've really been doing well. I've had great willpower to not look at them polls, guys, because I'm really curious what you guys have done, and I'm going to put that there again just in case anyone's lurking and just popped in and hasn't seen them. I'm going to be having a little peek when I go off stream, but I'm not going to be biased at all. I don't want to get attached to any idea. Terrible at writing, but you like to sing and rap, do you? Rex likes to do that too. That's awesome. Who here has played Twitch Sings? I mean, I would never, because I can't sing a note in tune, but I've noticed a lot of people have. And thank you for joining the Discord, guys. Let me know. There's a lot of people joining. You guys are awesome. Okay, so I'm just having a little peek at Google while at the mo, just looking for some assets. But this is all like literally the boring stuff. Look, searching for assets. I could search for assets for hours. I could spend all night. It's probably something I'd do while watching Rex play Final Fantasy on stream today, because he's playing Final Fantasy on his channel. So in case anyone wants to go and watch who likes Final Fantasy, make sure you follow. And while I'm watching that stream, I will probably be doing some asset hunting for this. I think that would be fun. That's what I'm going to do, spend my day doing. What's that? Twitch things. I'm gonna put a link to it. All the streamers are playing it at the moment. I mean, I don't know if you need to be a streamer to have the game. I'm not actually sure because I haven't looked into it. Is there a website for this? There's a Twitter. It's basically just a karaoke game that everyone's playing at the moment. That's what it is. And it looks like a lot of fun. Like if I could sing, I would stream that. But I can't, so no. And thank you. You're welcome, Rex. You're totally welcome. Okay, so I'm probably going to end stream now, guys. Actually, just get big. Let's show my face for a bit. I've had fun. Had a lot of fun today. I totally didn't know what to expect with this stream because I've barely done any I've done no non-gaming on Twitch before. So it's been fun, and I'm going to be doing this again next Monday. So keep an eye on Twitter though. There'll be updates being posted on there. So that's the place to be, the Twitter for this. And Wednesday I'll be back. Wednesday I'm going to be talking about this for a little bit on the Just Chatting before we play The Sims. So I had a really fun time. I'm glad to hear that, Tyler. I did too. The polls specifically were really enjoyable. That's going to be the most fun part. Like literally the bit where we all come together and come up with ideas. That's going to be the best bit. I certainly think so. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm going to head off now. And this was really fun and relaxing. I'm glad you thought so. I have my ideas at the top of every poll. I'm going to have a little peek in a bit. So bye, guys. I miss you all. Have an awesome day.